Ignition sequence start. 3, 2, 1.
Houston, we have a problem.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue.
What you're seeing here is a mirage.
What is going on, everyone? It's Jaron from Jeranism back with yet another live video for you. It's Thursday. That means it's time for another Thursday. Jeranism Live, number 8. Mowing right through these DITRH, Stein, me, and calls. However, we don't have DITRH here right now. We've just got Alex and myself. Alex, welcome to the show. Hello, how are you? I think we're
always a pleasure, Jaron. Thank you. This is our 8th installment of this, and it's really
it's actually more
pleasure.
Than I want to get really technical because we did a couple with just you and I don't know. I get kind of look who's here. Look who is joining us.
Here. Wow, look at him with the drama and the theatrics. David Weiss with the dramatic theatrics. What a surprise! What a surprise!
Way to go, Dave. Where were you just at?
I have 4 back-to-back interviews. I have all these podcasts. I reached out to a group of podcasts, and they all said yes. I was like, "Hey,
are they
you guys
cool? Tell us what they are. Tell us about them."
Where can we find you,
dude? I posted one just as on my Facebook on the Flat Earth Podcast Facebook page, and I tweeted it. That just went up today. Guy, new podcaster.
Well, hey, let me ask you a question. Why do podcasts always have the worst names? Of the ones you're going on, do they all have terrible names? Would you say any memorable names?
Here's the thing. I've booked so many podcasts, I don't even know the names of them.
Yeah.
So
it's hard.
It's really fun talking to these people because I read their podcast description. I'm like, hey, that, they like to talk about things that are affecting society. And I'm like, hello. Mm-hmm. And it's funny is I've always been in sales, and the worst part of sales is prospecting. And so I reached out to a dozen shows and 10 of them said yes right away. I was like, whoa, I got to slow down.
Starting for content. Dude, so Alex, you texted me this morning, said some people lost their channels.
SGT's down.
Dude.
SGT went down?
Yeah.
Dollar Vigilante gone.
Down. Well, but he's been taken down before, though.
No, but his channel's gone.
No, his channel actually is still there. He just put everything on private because it's about to disappear. So he's hoping it'll last the 2 weeks.
I don't think so. The channel's gone.
No. Oh, is it gone now? Because his video this morning said that he put it on private.
Oh, I couldn't find his video. He did it from his website. We can check and see.
Yeah.
What's going on here? I don't know.
I went to my interview playlist and there was a whole bunch of blanks, and I was like, I have to deduce who.
So isn't his channel name The Dollar Vigilante?
I don't know.
So I'm going.
Well, I know he's on Instagram. Let me try to find him up.
Channel. And there's only this one.
Go on BitChute. He's on BitChute.
Yes, but I mean his YouTube channel has been scrubbed.
Wow. Yeah. So SGT went down. It's there's a purge going on. This is the Great Reset.
The SGT report filter. Channel.
Well, his Instagram page is up if you want to look at that.
There is no SGT. Wow.
This is what it says. YouTube has given us a second strike and a 2-week ban. Please make sure to follow the Lucy and Jeff show on YouTube. Also, make sure to subscribe on our website to receive our updates.
Well, I don't.
And this is 4 days ago.
Yeah, I saw that, but now his channel is actually gone. I do see the Lucy and Jeff show here. Let me subscribe there since I'm there. Did you do a video today from there?
Yeah, he did, and he did it on the BitChute channel. And basically, he says on whatever channels he has left, he's just going to put a small clip, basically saying, "Hey, we're talking about this over there."
Right, or you can just go to his website, and I believe he's got dollarvigilante.tv.
I subscribe, so I always get an email from him to the link on his website, but I usually catch it first on BitChute.
Yeah,
I always watch him on Instagram, so I never watch the full. You know what I mean?
And his site seems to work pretty good. So if you look at this video from 4 days ago, just click it, comes up, nice, plays easy. Although I don't think it's got 6,000 views. It's pretty good for a website. I certainly don't get 6,000 views on my website. So
my baby's sick.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, so his videos play good here. So, but it looks like he's been scrubbed from the YouTubes, which we're probably next. What are we going to do? What are you gonna
Yeah, we're toast.
We're going down the memory hole.
At least we're on D Live. D Live, thank you for joining us, all 100 and something of you. Appreciate that. Julie Bennett, thank you so much. And you can always find these shows after on the website. So what else can you do?
Well, let me say this. You know, we protect both sides, but look at the left is literally why the people are scrubbing everybody right now and protecting the censorship on Twitter is because the New York Post is article said that they had hacked information. So Twitter is saying they don't have to share it because it's hacked information. So why didn't they follow any of those rules with all the stuff that was supposedly hacked with Russia? So we know it's all screwed up. We know it's slanted to the left. Regardless, both sides are screwed up. But we are so fucked, guys, in this day and age that the vice president's son, you know, we have him like dead and right. And regardless, it's his son. I don't think the vice president should totally be, you know, responsible for all of his son's actions. But we know that they can use leverage against his son from drugs to, you know, in foreign affairs that could cause our government a lot of issues, and they're protecting Hunter Biden and all this crack stuff. That's why they're doing the mass censorship right now. Is for that reason right now, and it's so clear. It's blowing my mind that people aren't freaking out. You know, you can even DM the Hunter Biden New York Post link. You can even send it in a private message. Did you guys know that?
Well, it's disinformation. Come on, how dare you?
Yeah, but Jaron, they I'm sorry, but I just can't believe we're in a day and age they can restrict our private messages, Jaron. If I said not, I get it, you can't tweet it, but if I sent you that New York Post in a private message, they would say decline. It said no. There's all these people's tweets. We can pull it up. But dude, the censorship is so screwed up. We are so screwed. I'm so scared.
So I took a clip of Jeff reading the CDC numbers, basically reading the CDC numbers. I made a 3-minute clip of it. I put it up on 2 channels, and I got strikes. So I got strike instantly.
Yeah, what would it say?
It said just I broke the community guidelines. It didn't even tell me. And then I appealed, and I said I'm just reading the CDC numbers, and they're like, we've reviewed your appeal, and you still get a strike. One more, and your channel's gone.
That's on the DIRTH channel.
No, the DIRTH channel, I'm just getting over a strike right now, but it was on my personal channel and another unnamed channel.
How many strikes do you have, Alex, on
I have 2 full strikes because I got 2 for the Yulin dog meat, and then I was live streaming and showing They Live at the same time, and I did it long enough where I got a copyright strike on that for like illegal broadcast.
I'm still sitting on 1 strike too.
Yeah, no, but I got 2. I'm saying my next strike in Conspiracy Castle, I'm gone. So that's going to be gone any day now. They're going to pull some old stunt. I'm already expecting it. Every day my stomach drops when I see these people's accounts because mine's small, so I'm not going to trip out as much as them. But I'm just like, I'm next, or I'm going to do something. I'm going to say something. It's just inevitable.
Is this supposed to be real? I'm looking at space.com. Or is this supposed to be a picture of Venus or something? Oh wait,
we need to look at that rocket. We need to watch that video. It's disturbing.
Hey, the camera. The show I was on that just came out this morning is the Don Gringo podcast. I'll put a link in the chat and go over there and give him a like. He's a new podcaster, and he did a great interview, I think.
Nice, Dave. Here you go. This is the stunning picture of Venus.
Let's see it.
That's it. Can you not see it?
Yeah, where is it? That's it? It looks pear-shaped, kind of.
European Japanese Bepi Colombo Mercury mission captured this view of the planet Venus during a flyby on October 15th. It's today. Wow, it's really quick that they get this up. It's the first of 2 by the planet on the mission's way to orbit Mercury. The image was taken at its closest approach. Unbelievable. This is so amazing. I just can't believe the glory that is space travel.
Did you guys see the Blue Origin launch? Did you guys watch that?
Yeah, did you see the camera shaking like that? It looked like it was having sex with the sky. It looked like it was a dildo, flying dildo. Yeah.
Dave, you can bring it up if you want. Look at this.
You're muted, Dave. You're muted, David.
It came within 6,660 miles. You have to throw the 666 in there.
Where does it say that? Where did it say that?
Just highlighted it. It's right here. Can you not see
What the heck? Shut up.
No, I'm not kidding you.
Oh, I love that. Oh, that tickles me to death, Jaron. That's the good weed right there. That's the hydroponic bubonic when they put that in, and it's so clear. 6,660 miles. Dude, that is not real, Jaron. That is not a typo. What is going on?
I don't know. It's not a typo. It's actually what it said. I mean, this is a hilarious picture that could be. I mean, it's just so funny that people would ever buy this.
It's just mockery. This is what the RV talks about. This is mockery. 6,660 miles away.
What could it be? I mean, what else could be the point of that? There's no other reason that would constantly happen other than mockery and just.
And that came out today, dude.
Yeah, they said this picture is from today. I just saw it right now. I was going there to find the stupid Bill Nye article. Did you see that one, Dave? No, it's not coming up.
The one Geo Shifter did a piece on him. It's on the app today. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, but is it on him saying that flat earthers are the worst thing ever and that they're the cause of all the ills?
Oh, I saw the article. No, it's not on that. Basically, it's the message he was giving, though.
Of course. So let's see here. I think that you have to switch this thing to share screens from different tabs. They really need to fix that. Here we go. Bill Nye to flat earthers and science deniers. It affects all of us. Bill Nye has had it with flat earthers and other science deniers. He's had it. Had about enough of it. While humanity is landing robots on Mars and breaking open the mysteries of the universe, there continues a social trend of science denialism. This is great. From opposition to hand washing in the 1800s. Shut the hell up. In the 1800s, weren't they bloodletting?
They didn't have plumbing.
They were flying across the earth in giant airships to their castles. Okay.
And this is great. Modern climate deniers. Who and I hate that word. Who is denying climate?
I'll deny it.
You're denying climate?
Yeah.
It doesn't get cold in the winter and hot in the summer?
No.
Wow.
Let me share the Blue Origin flight. Oh my God, it's ridiculous.
The flat earth anti-vaxxers and anti-maskers are not on board with the progress of science.
If I make this bigger, does that work?
Hold on, let me stop my share screen. I was going to read this, but Dave is clamoring to get this shit up there.
Oh no, you said put it up. Whatever.
Go ahead. No, you're up now. You're there.
Is that bigger? Is that better?
You can go full screen and it should be fine.
I'm full screen.
Oh, wait. No. Click out of that. You did something wrong. Go back to where you click on the little button on the far right of the video. The little big square, that thing.
This thing. That's what I did.
Oh. Why didn't it press play? Now your thing's jacked. Just show it the other way.
All right. So you can see it. So look, first it's a penis, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then watch
mushroom tip on top.
Look at the little fire. That thing is.
There goes the penile projectile.
And they got a drone there.
Dude, how does it stay upright? I mean, wouldn't it? I just don't understand how it's stabilized like that. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't even know
anything. It's a balloon. If they launched anything.
That's for sure a balloon, I think. I mean, that would be.
I have to give it to them. They have nice, clean fuel. It leaves no smoke trail.
It's very good. It's very impressive.
That's 100% a balloon, David.
If it's anything, if it's even gone up. But look how they're jerking it up and down. Look how ridiculous that is.
Like the camera can't smoothly transition up. I mean, come on.
Come on. That is pure mockery.
It's going up, down, up, down. I mean, it's literally, and it has like a stroking motion almost.
It is like the elevator from Willy Wonka. It's true.
I mean, look at it.
It's got some small pumps, some big pumps.
Yeah.
It's real fornication. That is literally fornicating in the sky.
They could put
look at the friggin' head on that thing. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
And you know, Elon Musk said the reason for that is to transfer. So they claimed it was for military. You know, they could do bombs. You'd be able to drop a bomb over a foreign country. And Elon Musk said, no, it's to transfer people into space. Like, you know, it's going to be like airplane travel into space. Like, why are they selling that? Why does everybody want to go to space? It doesn't make any sense.
So
like,
look, So this thing, you're filming it from the ground, right? And then within a couple of seconds, it's going to show you the curvature of the Earth. Let me jump forward a little bit. Boom, boom, boom.
Wait, but is there a camera from it? No. Okay.
Well, wait until you see the land. Wait, you have to watch the landing. The landing is amazing.
Well, David, did you see that clip I sent you of you on tinfoil hat where you play that clip of the rocket coming down on Sam Tripoli's show, and it's so fast. Like at one moment it's above the clouds, and the next second it's on the I mean, literally in like 6 seconds, it's so freaking high up. Then boom, it's on the pad landing
all the time. So check this out. This thing is how many stories high? Is it like 5 stories high? I mean, it's not just like a little tin can. This is a giant, 20-ton rocket. All right. So listen what she says.
The LiDAR sensors are right below those fins on the fin box.
Fin box.
So watch. This thing's falling out of the sky.
Wow.
The air brakes are deployed.
Air brakes.
Wait.
Look how fast it's falling.
There's no net. There's no parachute.
No. It's slowing down.
36, 35, 34, 33, 32. Look how fast it's going down. But slowing down.
Well, why can't we land airplanes out of the sky like this? Then there'd never be a crashed airplane.
Coming, dude. It's coming.
The airplanes don't even need wings anymore to land.
All right, there go the drag brakes. Here we go. We're getting close.
Can't believe it.
I mean, seriously, it doesn't make. I mean, and I don't think you have to be an aeronautical engineer to understand that doesn't make any aerodynamical sense.
Hold on, they have another brake. They have the air brakes, and then there's another brake.
Here we go. Now this is the one that will stop tracks.
And like it looks like it wants to wobble, like it looks like it wants to tip.
No, but it's got grid fins. And watch, it'll stop on a dime. Boom. Wow.
Dude, this is so fake. This is so fake. This is
listen to the announcer. Listen to what she says.
Down, New Shepard. Here we go.
I love watching that moment like every single time.
I'm sorry if you can hear me pounding the desk.
It doesn't even look the right size.
Hold on.
Listen
What she says.
It almost looks fake every single time. I'm like, Joel, that's not CGI, is it?
You have to remember, a 6-foot-tall man is.
She just said it's not CGI. Is that what she just said?
Yeah.
Shut the fudge up. Shut the fudge up. She didn't just say it's not CGI. Play it again. It's so quiet.
I'll play it again.
Down, New Shepard. Here we go.
I love watching that moment like every single time.
I'm sorry if you can hear me pounding the desk in my mic, but that never gets old to watch that rocket. It almost looks fake every single time. I'm like, Joel, that's not CGI, is it?
No, it almost looks fake, and that's not CGI.
That means that it's fake. It's CGI.
Yeah, it's
when you
CGI.
have to say that, that is, I mean, and she's not like in the Illuminati revelation of the method, but she does it for her karma. She accidentally says that, she feels guilty, so she says that.
And you see these legs here? I think these legs are like 20 feet tall. So a human standing next to that is an ant.
And it looks small. It looks like a little demo. It looks like a model of a spacecraft right there. It doesn't look huge.
All right, so now watch the capsule come back. Watch this.
No, that makes kind of sense. I mean,
hold
on
on.
a parachute.
Watch what happens. So that thing fell out of the sky, and those parachutes stopped. At first, I don't buy it. Look how fake that looks, but watch how fake it gets. They switched to a cartoon just before it lands.
If you're an astronaut, if you've listened to some of our previous videos, you'll notice that once those mains are out and you're just in a free fall, it's just almost silent. And it's a reflective, beautiful moment.
You think there'd be some noise?
And your retro thrust system will fire.
The retro thrust system will fire.
Oh, this is the one where right before it lands, it will supposedly send out some rockets that make it a smooth landing, right?
No. Watch this.
You would hear that if there's huge rockets.
Watch the switch to a cartoon. Yeah, and would they land it right next to mountains? What if it drifted a little bit?
No, they have math.
Oh, they have math.
Yeah.
Oh, math.
Calculate in the winds and the
Look how fake that is. Watch.
Oh, that's bullshit.
This is from the drone. And then so that might be something real, but watch what happens when it gets close. Ready? This is phenomenal, and people just eat this shit up.
Let's see.
Here we go. Ready? And boom. Do you see this?
Oh, that was the totally different angle. What camera was that?
Watch. They're going down, and then it just switches to a cartoon.
I know, but wouldn't we saw that from that angle? From the other angle, we would have saw whatever was filming it there. You think theoretically?
That was supposed to be launching jets at the last second. Dave, play that landing in slow motion at 0.25 speed. Yeah, that part.
All right.
I want to see it at 0.25 speed. No, not subtitles. Get out of there.
Where's the? This is where it's supposed to. Oh, there you go. Playback speed. 0.25.
I want to see just that part, just the cartoon part. Yeah, right here.
Go back.
So it's supposed to. So it's supposed to have like jets fire from underneath it, and that's what's supposed to make those clouds of dust.
You know, those clouds of dust. It kind of looks like that's filmed underwater.
Okay.
Like,
where are these jets popping up?
I don't think there's any jets.
No,
there's no jets.
It lands. It hits at 16 miles an hour. 16.
Oh boy.
And look at it's landing on bushes and rocks and stuff.
That seems kind of fast. I guess I don't know. 16 miles an hour. Like if you just wrecked your car into a wall 16 miles an hour, it'd still be a
If
little.
it's possible to do that, why don't they land all the people from the ISS like that? Why do they have to drop people in the ocean and then they've got I don't know. I think
the idea of dropping, but Jaron, the idea of dropping a little capsule in the ocean seems so dangerous to me. You know, considering how volatile the ocean is, you got to rescue them on a boat. Why wouldn't you drop them on land?
I have faith in humanity that you can drop pods out of planes and have them land in the ocean.
I have proof.
Yeah.
A video of that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, we can do that, and then say it's from space, and everybody will believe it.
Jaron, I've seen a video of a guy jump out of an airplane without a parachute, and guys jump with him and put a parachute on him, and he eject the parachute. Have you seen that? Have you? Travis Pastrana did that. Have you seen that video?
Yeah, there's a guy who's actually jumped out of a plane into a net.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it.
So people believe this crap.
They do.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I showed it to a couple of people. They're like, "Yeah, it looks real." I'm like, "What?" I still have to end that. There we go.
Well, they're all brainwashed to believe it's real. I mean, they just have the cognitive dissonance. That's what it has to be. I mean, we say that all the time, but
it's got to be. This is back to this little tab with the Bill Nye. Don't you love to see this, Dave, too, when they always throw this in there where it says, you know, or people who believe the planet Earth is actually flat, and then they have to put this in there. It is not.
Hey, I gotta read a comment from the chat. Effed Up World says John saw these things landing and said it was a satanic miracle being performed to deceive the world. I have to agree with that. I think it's John from the Bible, right? I'm assuming it's John from the Bible.
Okay.
And maybe they were seeing the same things. You know, what about the idea of scrying mirrors being flat screens from years ago? You know, the same technology. Maybe the same exact thing is happening again and again.
That'd be scary. Yeah, because you see all those old statues, and it looks like they're looking at tablets. It looks like they're almost holding little phone devices. Yeah, and I mean, it's fucked up to think about. But I think we're gonna be okay, David. Even with this screwed up election, even if Biden, whatever happens, I think we'll be okay. I think it's all mental warfare. I mean, some people are collateral damage.
Have you guys seen the I forget what it's called. They did a drill on what's going to happen after the election and all the different scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
And they all end up in chaos. But you've seen the stuff with Hunter Biden, you know, his smoking crack and whatever.
Oh, of course, yeah. So and they're doing, yeah.
And then the guy with the turban that has all the evidence that they, you know, the Clintons and Biden were involved with the missiles and they killed SEAL Team 6.
Iran, they paid $150 million because they killed the body double of Osama bin Laden. And that, you know, that was fake because they threw him in the ocean. Okay, sorry.
Imagine this now. Biden win, and then that information goes mainstream. You know, what scenario could there be calm after this election?
No, because the right's going to get vengeance, just like the left has been trying to get vengeance on the right for 4 years. So it's probably going to be worse. I mean, it's if people think it's going to get better with Biden, it's going to be more intense.
Iru, welcome to the show. Iru wanted to join us.
Iru.
Hello,
What's up?
guys.
real-
Nice hearing that you are talking about the elections. And the last word that the two guy here, what's the name?
Alex or David? Which two?
Which one?
Alex.
Did he say Jew
Alex.
or is it the two guys?
Yeah.
No, I
The
heard,
two guys or the
There's
two guys?
two Jews. There's two fake Jews. Iru.
No, both has very polemic surnames, but Alex, he said that if Joe Biden wins, it's gonna be worse. That was the same type of slogan for the last election in Argentina, and look how we are now. So I just saying nothing more than that. Okay.
What do you mean? I'm saying, what do you think I'm? Do you think I want Trump or Biden? I want Trump, but well, what are you saying? I'm who do you want to win the presidency, Iru?
Well, I believe that United States has this particular condition that from the outside people like me, which you can see the elections like a game without contemplating that maybe that it's going to affect the complete world, of course, because United States is like the Roman Empire, quote unquote, right?
And we have a bunch of guns. We're one of the only countries that still have a bunch of guns, heavily armed. All the gun
Yes.
stores are out of bullets right now. In Dallas, you can't even buy a short shotgun. I called a bunch of gun stores, so that's a little scary. We got all these pissed off.
Well, I was seeing that you have a really, you have Donald Trump from one side. You have Donald Trump saying go out to vote and defend our nation, and all the people that are really patriot, they are taking really serious, and maybe they see this like a chance to shoot the guns, after buying so many years guns and bullets, maybe the time comes. And in the other side, you have the black people also really arming. And for me, it's completely, it's something that the powers that be, planning all these things.
maybe when people call in, they can give us a better. Dave, when we tried to do predictions on Monday, it didn't work. Nobody was good. Even Alex Stein's prediction was shit.
What, that Biden's going to steal the election, or that there wasn't going to be enough electoral votes? That was just a scenario that they're talking about on Twitter. I don't necessarily believe that, but that is literally what
I
they're
want to know what you believe. We're like weeks away. I want to know what's going to happen. What is our show going to be like on
What
November?
do I personally think is going to happen? I personally think Biden is going to win. I think they're going to cheat with
I think you're so wrong, but both of us have nothing to base that on. I mean, I thought Hillary Clinton was going to win.
Well, did you see my video, David? I went to the first day of early voting, and I felt like
I saw that, and people are so scared to say who they're voting for. I mean, here's the thing: what happens after the election, no matter who wins, no matter what the scenario, is going to be chaos. Okay,
Yeah.
I think that at some point in the show, we should all give everybody one prepping tip. If you can give everybody one tip, like, "Hey, buy some, have this, or get this." I think we should all give one prepping tip, and it has to be an inexpensive prepping tip so anyone can do it.
But David, a lot of it is fake. Like if you look at the protests, I follow these blogger girls that moved from LA to Portland, and they live in downtown Portland, and they're outside walking their little dogs, and they're doing their Instagram influencing through all this pandemic, through all these protests, through all this crap. And I'm actually kind of friends with her, and I message her, and she says, "Oh yeah, it's just one little block, that's messed up in Portland, And so the news makes it look like it's so bad.
The news is the problem with everything.
It's the same. So yes, it's going to get fucked up in some places, right? But it's going to be small little clusters. It's not going to be some sort of. It'll be a concentrated issue in certain places, but it's not going to be some mass United States war in the streets, because they will call in martial law in that city and they'll squash it like a bug in 2 seconds.
I don't know. I think there's a big difference between what will happen if Trump wins versus if Biden wins. If Biden wins, Trump people on the right are not going to burn down cities. They're not going to loot targets. They're not going to, cause issues.
How can Biden win with this information about his son and Benghazi and all this stuff?
Because of the news, because of the media.
Because people just won't know about it?
Yeah, I mean,
no, but also they appeal at like in Argentina, a lot of people is going to vote against Trump. It doesn't matter who wins.
Right.
So that is another tactic that they use, and it's very effective.
Dave Weiss, you would do pretty well up against Trump. Just because they would say we can't go, Trump's the worst thing ever. We got to vote Dave Weiss.
If Trump cured cancer, they would say that he's causing an overpopulation problem. You know what I mean? They would say that we're going to be overpopulated.
He killed the medical industry.
Yeah, he caused climate change. He killed the earth. If he caused, if he cured cancer, they would say that he killed the earth.
Thank you very much.
There would be so many people out of work because the cancer industry is huge. He would just increase unemployment. That's what they'd focus on.
And the thing is, we're all debt slaves. You know, the middle class is gone. You know, when Jeff Bezos is making, $15 billion for this thing, guys, this is just a transfer of wealth. You know, we're all peons. So that's why it's like
how much his net worth has gone up since the coronavirus.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was 50. Yeah, it's like
33%.
$15 billion in one quarter, Jaron. I think that was like the biggest American company increase for a public company. You know, yada yada. I don't know the exact record, but it was some sort of record.
Can I make an observation totally off the cuff here about Alex? Alex is either wearing a suit and tie or he's shirtless on all of his videos.
Yeah, because I got to give the ladies what they want, David. I know a lot of this, the truth community is a lot of men, so I got to give a little eye candy for the ladies. Don't hate, David, just because I'm a young man trying to show off his chest hair. You know, I got to give the ladies what they want. For the truth ladies out there, they exist.
Back on topic.
I do want to know, what are your other plans for your megaphone, your voice recording?
This is what I'm going to do.
That was great, by the way.
I was going to do. Okay, now I'm going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you because you said you brought it up.
I brought it up.
I'm doing this for you, David. I was going to do it if we were going to do it 5 o'clock. As soon as I get done with here, I'm putting on my pants, and guess where the fudge I'm going with that bitch ass thing?
Where are you going?
Trader motherfucking Joe's, and I'm going in there and I'm telling everybody to take off their mask with a megaphone. And I'm going to film it.
I love the pre-recorded message. It's phenomenal.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and I'm going to say, you guys kicked out David Weiss. You can't do that to my friend. You guys need to take off your masks, you zombies, and I'm going to run out, and it'll be great. And
bring some petitions with you.
Yeah, no, I'm going to just go in there and act a fool with the megaphone. It'll be fun.
Can you wear the Trump mask?
I don't know. I got to give the ladies what they want. I was thinking about maybe putting on the Zorro mask, but this is getting so gimmicky. I'm such a gimmick bitch right now. But regardless, I know it'll be
comic.
I'm a gimmick. I'm a prop comic right now. I'm like Carrot Top, but guys, Carrot Top, I'm gonna graduate. Even a freaking oak tree starts as a little acorn. So we're gonna go to Trader Joe's and troll them.
Did Eru know a bunch of channels got taken down today? There's no more Dollar Vigilante. There's no more
Dollar Vigilante is gone.
SGT report is gone.
SGT report gone.
Wow. Yesterday I was streaming live and I received a community strike
during the live
stream?
Live?
Hey,
wow.
Hey, Jaron, I have a question. I am getting 5 to 10 copyright things about music a day. It says there's no harm to your channel, but they're all things I have licenses for. So I have to go in, go through all the steps, cut and paste. But is there any way to stop that? Or if I just ignore them, is that cause any issue for my channel?
No, it shouldn't. I mean, you're not monetized, so it shouldn't matter.
I'm not monetized, so I really shouldn't do anything, but I'm like, screw this guy. I have a license.
Well, and then they make money off all your videos. That's what happens to all mine. It's ridiculous. Yeah. And again, it's the same thing. I used to buy, for $5 different music tracks, and then they'll claim the monetization anyway.
Yeah.
Remy TV, thank you very much for the super chat. I do appreciate it. He says, enjoying the show. $1.99.
Shout out to Geo Shifter in the chat. Geo Shifter's back making a series of videos.
Doesn't he have a website going to? I think
he does.
Yeah.
He's looking for some help for doing some. He wants to make some mask videos. I got to hook him up, Alex. I got to connect you with Geo Shifter.
Yeah, because he wants to do some comedy stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we need to get together. We're about to go in Trader Joe's. I'm about to get banned.
22 cents for you? Wow, everybody donate to Alex at conspiracycastle.live.
Hey, we're this Sunday. We have a Sunday. It's called Hugs Over Masses, the organization, and we have this get together in the park. This week, we're not going to the park. We're all going to Trader Joe's.
Oh, I like that. That's good. That's good. So I can tell when I said I was going to protest at Trader Joe's, I could tell you were a little mad about it. Your body language wasn't happy. So are you mad that I'm going to usurp your Trader Joe's protest?
Fuck yeah. I didn't even hear that you said that.
Okay. Well, your body language wasn't that positive. It wasn't very receptive, to be honest. I'm a body language expert through YouTube.
No, absolutely not. You're so wrong. You're like a paranoid little bitch, is what you are.
No, okay, that's rude. Now you're just being rude. Okay, we can take it. We can dial it back a little bit. Be a little nicer, David.
Are you mad at me? Are you there? And I'm just like, you're showing your vagina. Stop it. Just
David, I send you some of the nicest recipes in the world. I mean, I send you some of the best food ideas in the world. You never asked for the recipe. And I was trained by Super Chef Bobby Flay on the Food Network. And I send you some of the best food ideas. And you never asked for the recipe. And that's rude. Okay. If we want to talk about you being rude, ask for the recipe just out of kindness.
Now you have to show people some of the things that you want me to ask for the recipe. Go ahead.
Well, I don't even know if I can pull it up. Okay. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Just one, and then people will know why I don't ask for the recipe.
Okay. Well, let's see if I can show our text message chain actually.
Dave, did you see what happens when Alex taps his mic today?
Oh, tap it.
Yeah,
baby.
Yes. I mean, yes, I had it on the
everyone tap your mic.
Okay. I mean, I send you a lot like this
Darren,
is like
you got nothing.
No.
I don't know if you can see this.
Like
But this is like a biscuits and gravy fountain. You know what I mean? This is
Alex,
good stuff.
you actually do sound better today. I didn't know.
Yeah, I know. Dude. So I mean, I send him like I don't know. I mean, a lot of different recipes.
That didn't show at all. We can't see anything, Alex.
Extra slutty olive oil. Like he doesn't like my creativity like that. You know what I mean? He just can't.
Oh boy.
And so,
Dave, what are you showing on your picture down here? Are we supposed to be looking at this?
I'm just showing you. This is 2 different rocket launches. Don't they look like syringes?
Yes.
They do.
Even with the black line, the plunger. I mean, the markings.
This is what science is doing for us, man. This is great stuff.
It's wizardry. I'm sorry.
Think of how many lives vaccines have saved, David.
Well, why don't airplanes need wings? Why don't airplanes just kind of fly like this? The jet. You know what I mean?
Hey, Joe, there's got to be
that-
some biblical significance in having rockets look like syringes.
Yeah, they will eventually.
The planes use wings for sustaining on the air.
Wait, did you just say the plane?
The plane.
Planes. Alex asks.
Wow, Mr. Matthew.
Fantasy Island
White
reference
plane.
there for anybody old enough.
Dude, Matthew Woodburn, $23. Thank you, Matt Woodburn. Badass. Thank you, Matt. We appreciate it.
I remember I don't know if you remember the tie of the Grace Tyson in the first show on I don't know how is the name of the show.
The sun worshiping one? Yes.
Yes, and was a syringe too. It was the Saturn V, but at the distance it was like a syringe. Mm-hmm.
Sad. Very, very sad. And Dave, you got 2 more shows you're doing today? Busy man.
I do. I have 2 or 3 more. I have Getting It Tight podcast and a podcast called Adding Context.
Thank you very much, Sue Finelli, Super Chat, $4.99. I love you guys. Thanks for what you do, and thanks for making me laugh. We love Sue Finelli. She's here every time. And I think Sue's going to
Oktoberfest.
Alex, are you going?
She is. Sue is going. I heard her on Mark Sargent's show.
Alex, I heard that you were going.
You know, it's still, I don't know yet. I have not decided because honestly, we should talk about it. The negative vibrations. Actually, sorry, I'm trying to do something with my computer. It's cute. Let's actually talk about it real quick. I'm kind of, I don't want to fly, David. Are you not worried about flying, about the freaking bad vibes and everything? What are you going to do? You're just going to put on a mask and just sit on there?
Not. I'm gonna have a bandana with me, a colorful bandana.
They say that's not sufficient enough to fly on the plane. I've seen videos of people with the bandanas and those neck gaiters or whatever getting kicked off flights.
But what about the Brian Stavely method? He seems to be doing it fine.
I'm going to do the Brian Stavely
What's
method.
he been doing? I've watched his stuff. What's he been doing that's different?
He's batting
He just basically claimed emphysema. And I was thinking of trying the conspiracy music guru method, which was put a full oxygen mask and carry an oxygen tank.
But that's even more fucking annoying.
No one would dare ask me to put a mask on.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, but that's even more. I wouldn't do that. You're carrying that thing.
Alex, I hear you. I'm going to try the Brian Stavely method, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk into the airport without a mask on. I'm going to go over to security, and if they say put a mask on, I'm going to get my bandana, put it on. I'm going to walk into the security line. I'm going to take it off. And I'm not going to, then the next place they're going to get me is boarding the plane. If I have to put it on while they scan my ticket and take it off, I may do that. But it says useless placebo on it. And we'll see.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about it. What if I just get one of those masks? And actually, one of those placebo masks.
You know,
but that's so fucking.
I don't
annoying
even
having to
like
wear that.
wearing the ones that you can totally breathe through that are just.
I don't like that
joke.
either.
It's just the fact that you have to cover your face. It's really bad. So
of course, I'm just saying, if I was actually on the plane, that actually I might. It's because last time I freaking had the face shield and I took it off the plane. I ate the whole time. I had to freaking. The negative vibrations, though. I'm just saying, David.
Dude,
it was
I'm
like
with you,
I was
dude.
in a fucking tennis match, dude. Back and forth.
I stress out also. And
you have to talk to a doctor. Brian says he has to actually talk to the airport doctor. I don't know who the hell that is.
I've got him. I can do that. I'm in.
That's what he does. They eventually send some doctor over, and he's got to tell me.
No, he did it on the phone. She handed him her cell phone to talk to the doctor.
Oh, okay. On the phone. Same thing.
Her COVID covered cell phone. Now Brian's gonna have COVID.
It's coming.
Well, and a lot of the airlines had to lay off employees, so the ones that are flying now are like the OG badass flight attendants that don't give a shit. The ones they couldn't fire. So they're the ones that are like enforcing the mask. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So these women are like even more mask intense. From what I'm seeing, just this public, and I love to fly. I'm not afraid of flying. I can't tell you how much I enjoy traveling, but I just if I have to go and do that dance the whole freaking flight, even if it's just 2 hours. I guess I'm going to have to do it. I want to go, but I'm not going to know until a couple days before. I'm going to have to do it impulsively.
Could you just walk around eating a cup full of ice?
I was reading. Well, I'm going to have a big drink with me and a snack to see how well that works.
You need a snack that you can eat like corn nuts
or sunflower seeds.
Sure.
Right.
Well, a guy just
read
got
on the
kicked out.
American Airlines list, and it said the only time you can have a mask on is when you're eating or drinking. Okay, there you go. That's their rule. And I eat sunflower seeds one at a time. And then it also said face masks are allowed, but you're not alone. You can wear a face mask, a face shield, but you have to have a cloth mask. And all it says is cloth mask that covers your nose and mouth. So.
I'm like Mile High Scribs. I'm like Reinhardt. I just have given up going to the store.
Yeah,
they've effectively given me. I just don't go to the store anymore. We found one place where we can get farm fresh produce from the guy. He doesn't make me wear a mask because he's just some tent outside of his farm. We go there for everything, and everything else we just don't worry about.
Jen, let me share my screen because I want to show this picture of this guy flying and what he gets kicked off for real quick. I just want to show David this.
Okay.
No boy.
Somebody says I look like Karim Benzema, soccer player. Iru, is that true? Do you know who Karim Benzema is?
Karim Benzema, a French player, soccer. Well, if you take a couple of beer and maybe you get high with weed,
high with beer, high with weed. Yeah.
And I get any less sleep is the problem here. But I guess that goes away eventually, or else you get rid of the child from your house. One or the other. I think we're gonna keep him. Who's sharing their screen? Somebody asked.
Yeah, me. Sorry, I didn't click it. Okay, so I hope I did it with sound. This is a guy, David, getting kicked off a flight, and he has peanuts in his hand, right? So he's like an African American male. He's got a Trump 2020 hat on. I'm not gonna have a Trump 2020 hat on or a Trump 2020 mask, but this is, I believe, a Southwest. Why is it internet? Come on. Of course, this is happening when I'm trying to show.
So this is before the plane took off, or
no? Yes. They took them off during the flight.
Yeah,
during the flight, they opened the door and
why is it not working? What is going on?
They threw them out. No parachute.
They sent to repair the multiplexor outside the plane.
Yeah. I hope so.
God Almighty! I don't know what's wrong with my internet.
All right. So while that's going on, did anyone catch the debate last night with what's the guy from Australia that wrote the book? I'm spacing on his name all of a sudden.
The guy from
I'm start seeing Monday debate.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Yes.
I have a debate on this Saturday. I'm debating Team Skeptic, who debated Nathan Thompson, who's supposedly gonna get crazy.
The elusive curve. That guy.
Yeah, Billy Zig.
Billy Zig. There you go. Billy Zig. Billy was doing great, but that guy, he's like, I almost want to go on and debate that guy because he's so dumb. His number one thing was, how come we can't see America from where across the ocean?
So dumb. It's so dumb.
And gravity turns everything into sphere.
Yeah. Of course it does.
If anyone says, why can't you see forever? besides the perspective, let's just say mountains don't shrink in the distance. We'll let them be full size.
That'd be weird.
If you've ever been in an Olympic swimming pool, you can go in an Olympic swimming pool. You can't see across it. And if you turn the lights out, I need somebody that has access to a very long pool where you can get in it at night with no lights, and then get a GoPro, get a light, and then swim away with that light underwater and watch it disappear. And even the light won't go through.
I don't know why you need to do that. I mean, people are that dumb that they don't realize that you can't see mountains in the future, in the distance. They get more and more opaque because of the atmosphere. They don't get that.
And then his other argument was, if the sun is 3,000 miles away, and I don't know, I don't believe that it is 3,000 miles away, but if the sun's so far away, how come we can't see Mount Everest from that far away? And the answer is because if I had a solar filter, I couldn't see Mount Everest if I was sitting right next to it, but I can look at the sun and see the sun. That's because the sun is brighter and it could push through the atmosphere. It's that simple.
David, the answer is a punch in the head. Directly. I mean, you don't have any.
I don't know why you direct punch in the forehead, smack in the forehead.
With perspective, he came. He saw coming, and now you explain.
Right in the forehead, right in his pineal gland.
But David, where was this debate? Was this on Modern? Where was
Modern
the
Day Debates last night? He did a good job. But man, he can talk too. The guy was like, he's like, you're using words. That was his other complaint. You're using lots of words. I ask you a short question and you lose lots of words. Well, that's the problem with flat Earth versus the globe.
Well,
I believe the globe. You're done. I did it in 3 words. Okay.
Make fun of people.
Believe flat Earth. You gotta use words.
Yeah, well, Dean Wright says angular size reduction at distance, Jaron. Yeah, no shit. This is why I'm impressed with David and these guys that keep going up against these guys who just can't see. I mean, the second somebody said that to me, why can't we see across? We can't see 25 miles. It's tough to see 25 miles. You can barely see maybe 50 miles if the sun is behind that mountain. You certainly, from 75 miles, you can't even see the New York skyline.
Right.
So what could you see from 100, 150, 250? You can see Canigou from 175. Why? Because the sun sets behind it and it makes a silhouette. So you couldn't see 400 miles. It's impossible. Couldn't see 500 miles. And then you start looking at what things would be too small at 500 miles. And the answer is everything.
I'm wondering, is this guy a shill or a dummy? And I'm leaning towards the second.
Well, yeah, they have to lean like they're idiotic if they're taking that logic. You know what I mean? Because it's an idiotic logic, like they think that they can see forever. They know that they can't see for forever. They know that.
It's just ridiculous. It just allows them to go on and seem like they're intelligent and seem like they're making fun of flat earthers. I mean, we could do debates from the globe side, and it would be easy. Be simple. Yeah. Just go there and just say ridiculous things. And I mean, say what Bill Nye said. Did you see this? I was looking at that article again, and it says. Nye referenced the importance of scientific advances, including relativity. He says your mobile phone depends on Einstein's theory of general relativity to get it to work, and we take that all for granted. So now he's got people believing that relativity makes your cell phone work.
It has nothing to do. I mean, that's such bullshit.
So ridiculous. He added that we also depend on science behind genetically modified food, as if that's a great thing, which stems back thousands of years and advanced as ever today. I just like reminding everybody that farming is not natural. That's what he says. If you stop farming, it goes back. The land goes back to something else. So this is all about science, and science is responsible for everything we have today. I mean, he added that it's the exploration of space that led to these profound improvements for the quality of life for many of us. Yeah, my life is a lot better because of the exploration of space.
Dude, space has only ruined people's lives. It has not helped one person's life. The idea of space has ruined the entire world. It ruined the world.
Nothing.
I forget where I heard it. Maybe it was on the debate that NASA didn't even invent Velcro.
No
shit.
They're down to memory foam now. That's it.
I don't even know if you believe in that.
Yeah, and that's just a marketing. That's just a mattress company saying they invented it so they can sell more mattresses. I mean, it's so fake. They didn't invent anything. It's all invented here on Earth. It's not like they're inventing something in the space station, like they're creating something there and bringing it down here. Everything they take up there was here first, so they don't create anything. It's all bullshit.
Right. That's why it's a jobs program.
They're doing science.
And then what they do too, they have everybody who they hire create these new items or these new things, and then they get patents for them, and then they sell the patents to companies, which just charge us an arm and a leg. So, I mean, it's all a scam against who. Us. Absolutely. NASA invented drinking piss. Well, I'm sure it was wrong for
Russian piss. Russian piss is way better than American piss.
That's true. No. It's not Russian piss. Do they drink the Russians' piss too?
Yeah, they drink the Russian pee. That's what they drink the Russian piss.
Okay, but not their own. No, they do their own as well.
I don't know. Do they?
The Russian pee's better. It's more sterile because they drink vodka up there.
It's good. The closer
Can you
are.
hear the cat? Can you hear the cat when he does that? Can you hear him right now?
No, thank goodness. But your sound is still off a little bit, but it's not that bad. It's not as bad.
My life, dude. I'm the sound bitch. I can't ever get this thing right. Does it sound a little better? Sound a little louder right now.
There you go. That's good.
There we go. Hey, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen?
Sounds
Hey,
great.
Eru, how you doing? How you doing over there? Eru, you doing good below me, my man?
Jared, I
down there?
watched another launch. A Soyuz launch or whatever,
Yeah.
and they showed them
90
getting ready, putting their gloves on and stuff. It's such a cumbersome thing. It took like three guys that couldn't even put.
So, Dave, so tell me this. So, how did Neil Armstrong and Buzz do it by themselves in the capsule on the moon?
In that capsule without breaking through the tinfoil.
Impossible.
I mean,
They need 10 people to do it today.
And the person is like scared to be inside this thing. Like they look claustrophobic.
They have a crane to set them in the pool. They can't even jump in the suit into the pool. They have to use a crane strapped into it, and then they release
That's
it.
because it's heavy, man. On the moon, it's light. Come on, man. You know,
they need
We
a team of
somebody
people to put it on.
to become a scuba diver and go apply at the Neutral Buoyancy Lab. Eru, I'm suggesting it.
The thing is, it's so compartmentalized. What would I mean? He would probably get brainwashed.
Eventually, you have to get hired somehow to do the real show. But that, that's when you spit on the Bible or you become a 35-degree Mason.
That's what I'm saying. You know who they use for that stuff? They use real CIA spies that they recruit out of college, like Anderson Cooper.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't realize, you're like, where do they get these people that do that? They would literally hire a CIA spy to be a underwater cameraman. I mean, it sounds so fucking stupid, but they will give a guy with the highest military clearance to do something like that. I mean, that is a real possibility.
Somebody said Austin Steinbart just got banned. Well, I don't know. I never believed that guy was Q, or a few people did.
Yeah. He's in jail. Austin Steinbart's in jail right now,
What?
right? Yeah. I think Austin Steinbart's been streaming from jail. Like somebody's been recording his voice. Yeah, Austin Steinbart, the guy that kind of looks like me. He kind of looks like me, a little skinnier kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's supposed to get a bunch of crazy stuff. He's been his channel. He's been in jail, Jaron, posting from jail, bro. Yes.
Yeah, he's in prison.
And speaking of him, I don't watch his stuff that much, but like I guess I like follow prison stuff. I do, I watch all these videos. My dad's in the bail bond business, and so his first day he made the cardinal mistake. I wish I could talk to him. He's like, yeah, when I first got in here, everybody's really nice and giving me candy and giving me cakes. They knew I didn't have any money on my commissary, and I want to be like, dude, you never accept that shit at the first, because then you owe everybody favors as soon as you get into prison. You never, as soon as you get into prison, you expect not to have any. You don't accept any fucking favors for the first 2 weeks. From anybody, because then you are owned, and then once you are in that system, you're fucked. So I wish him all the best, but from what he's talking about, this is like a literal somebody recorded him from a payphone call and then uploaded it to his channel, and he was like, yeah, my first day it wasn't that bad, and we got checked in, some guy gave me some free candy and snacks as the food was so bad, and I wanted to be like, oh, shut the fuck up, do not accept any of that shit, you're fucked. So I don't know if he's doing in jail.
How do you know so much about jail? That's right. You were a bail bondsman.
Yeah, I know everything about it, dude. Come on, man. I know. I spend a lot. I've been inside in college. I had a bail bond office in Baton Rouge called Tiger Bail Bonds, dude. I used to wake up hungover as shit on Sunday morning with alcohol in my breath and bail out my friends, people I know. You walk into jail, you give them the power of attorney, you bond them out. I mean, it's fucked up. But the prison industrial complex is real, dude. It's a real business.
Target didn't call the police on you the other day?
Well, I was in and out of there fast. I'm sure they did. There was nobody there. I fucked up. I thought there was going to be more people there.
What time did you go in? 2 a.m.?
I know. No, it looked like that. It was 8:30 p.m. It was just a bitch-ass Target. But do you think Trader Joe's, you think they're going to call the cops on me, David, when I defend your honor with my one-man protest?
I've never had a problem at Trader Joe's until the other day. It was just this one guy. So
listen to this. Actually, I got to tell you this. I got to tell you because if we're gonna be, speaking my truth. So this girl sent me. And I deleted the dating app because of this. So I'm on this dating app called Hinge, and try to get some, trying to get a little nookie here. And this girl sends me a message through Hinge. You can set up your Instagram. So on my Instagram has my conspiracy castle stuff. She's like, "Hey, I like your stuff. I think the mask is bullcrap too. I'd like to go out." So I set a date for her. So I set a date. We had a date for this Wednesday yesterday. And I guess I did the mask thing on Monday or Tuesday. So I walked in there. I did that bitch ass thing, that protest. 2 hours later, she sent me a message. "Oh, I'm too busy to go out on Wednesday. I have a work thing." And I was so mad. I just deleted the app. I'm done with these hoes. And she was mostly woke. And I know I look like a crazy person doing that. But if they can't get that it's a joke, that's the problem. Why don't they get that I'm joking around? I'm just walking there with a megaphone. I'm not serious. They take this shit so fucking serious. Everybody's so fucking embarrassed to even fly their freak flag for 1 second, the world we live in. It's like even the woke people are like, "Do you not get that? I'm just joking. I'm just trolling, Target." It's just, they take all this shit so seriously. It's just scary, the world we live in. Everybody's so fucking serious. It makes me sick.
And everybody's so afraid. Dave, don't you think it's shocking anytime we ever have done a petition to see how few people will sign? Like, people are so afraid to even put their name on a petition. I don't know if he's listening to me.
Yeah.
You're muted, Dave.
He's muted. You're muted, David, if you're still talking.
That's good. Yeah, it's insane. It's hard to get people to go give a thumbs up. And I'm going to ask
thumbs up
people,
they'll do. I mean, I
thumbs up are even tough, dude. I'm telling you. My Trader Joe's video has gone. They've been pushing it around. The trolls, on
Reddit, Joe's I bet. That's what they do. They put it on Reddit.
The thumbs down have taken over the thumbs up. So
that's good.
In the chat, everyone, go give it a thumbs up, please. I mean, not that I really care, but teach those fuckers a lesson.
No, David, I think that's good. That means you're triggering people. I think that's actually a good response. Very few videos actually get the thumbs down. It's not like you did anything illegal or bad or nothing you need to be embarrassed about because you triggered the mainstream. I think that's good because that's the majority of people. So, they're the ones that are most affected. You should look at it as a positive note,
I guess.
But sign the petition. I mean, I don't understand. It's like the time I did a petition for NASA should send something to the moon to film Earth or something and had like 2,500 thumbs up or likes on the YouTube video and 210 people signed the petition. Like, people are so afraid to put their name on anything. And that just goes to show you how many people are out there that are just quiet, which is all right. I get it. A lot of people don't want to speak out. Even the people you talked about in the comments, right? Saying this is our job here at we may not even agree with everything, but we have to do what we have to do to keep our job. And again, I get it because I used to be a store manager. I understand where they're coming from. But if people don't stand up, we're in big trouble. We are in big trouble.
Yeah, nobody's standing up, Jaron. I mean, do you think all of a sudden people are going to wake up? I don't know what's going to ignite them to do that. I don't know what I foresee happening other than, even Hunter Biden being a crackhead is not going to be enough. Hillary Clinton going to jail, I don't even know would be enough. I don't know it would be enough.
Hunter Biden's a crackhead, and evidence that Biden killed SEALs Team 6, but he could still win the presidency. The world is broken. Yeah.
Well, what happened is they said that they didn't actually kill Osama bin Laden. They killed Osama bin Laden double, so they had to cover up the death of some SEAL Team 6 members, and Iran had this information, and that's why Obama gave them $150 million, supposedly, and this is all allegedly.
Well, I told you my brother was on the boat, right, where they dumped bin Laden, and I asked him. I said, "So did you get to see his body? Did you get to see?" Oh, no. We all got put on lockdown. The helicopter landed, and the whole entire boat, the whole USS Carl Vinson, I believe is the name of it. I don't know how many people are on that boat. It's an enormous amount, and they all got put on lockdown. And I asked him, "Why would they do that?" And he says, "Because they gave him a proper burial at sea."
Yeah, see, that's wrong. The proper burial, they're supposed to be in dirt with their head towards Mecca. That's not even the proper burial.
It's just such a joke. Like, you would give that guy the proper burial. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah. But again, it was an empty box that they dropped in the ocean, and everybody believes it was.
I bought it. They
didn't give Muammar Gaddafi a proper burial.
Guys, CNN show a CGI animation
right,
of how they take.
Right, don't question it.
So it must be true, man.
CNN, Anderson Cooper.
Yeah. I like to make a few screen shares,
Let's go.
about the election, because I was looking. Yeah, but I don't know if the sound is going to work. So I'm gonna try, and if the sound doesn't work, I
All right,
give
or
you
you can
the
do it
links
tomorrow
and
too,
you
because
play
tomorrow
the-
we have Friday Lounge.
Tomorrow I gonna be.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm gonna be available, because this weekend I'm going to join Linda. I'm going to help Linda at some kind of course that she needs to take in another city. So maybe I am gonna be driving the car and things like that. But if you want to, I can try.
I want to
because
hear
for
this
me, I
international
believe
perspective here. Yes, please.
Little Wing 6 was 9.
No,
Sorry, I
because
was just reading. Jeranism, push back by being more helpful in your community. Absolutely agree with that. Be vigilant. Look out for your neighbors. Petitions don't work. Protests don't do much, but they bring people together. I would agree with that. Yeah. At this point, my petition, I don't know what petitions do. If you got a million signatures on a petition, what the hell difference does that make?
Yeah, I don't think so either. But
again,
I'm doing it.
And protests, I mean, I don't think protests do much either. I was at 2 of them. What did they do? They brought a bunch of people together. I really don't get it. Everybody that was there was like pro-Trump, anti-vaccine, which doesn't make a lot of sense because Trump's going around telling everybody that the vaccine is coming and that if Biden
military is going to distribute it.
Yeah, he's going to slow down the vaccine. So, I mean, this is why both those guys, I mean, it's so sad that this is our best choices. I mean, these are the two. We have nobody looking for truth. We have nobody calling out. I mean, Trump even got into office and said, I will give you an unlimited budget, NASA, if you can go to Mars during my presidency. And they told him we can't do it. So, I mean, he has to. And then he said, okay, we'll go to the moon by 2020. I mean, he has to know that NASA is a joke. Has to.
Or he's just that big of a puppet. I think he could be a puppet, too, at the same time.
It's also a nice coincidence that, the administration of Donald Trump, the majority are Zionist. And who put in charge of the NASA headquarters? Or
Jim Bridenstine.
Yeah, not the guy with that.
Yeah, Jim Bridenstine.
Yeah,
Jim Alexstein.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, if I was running NASA, that would be a red flag.
Yes, it would. I'd be worried about you.
And during Barack Obama president's period, he was a black guy in the NASA administration. So it's so orchestrated that even in those details, I believe that they, put.
I agree.
And there's a weird thing. A kid I went to high school with, and this is, a story of a story, called into my show. And he said that he had a friend that interned for Jim Bridenstine or something. He said Jim Bridenstine was like mentally challenged, didn't even know how to work a coffee machine. I mean, didn't know how, you know what I mean? Was not.
He seems a little.
That's what I'm saying. He said he was not some NASA. He's the opposite of an aeronautical engineer. You know what I mean? He's not that type of guy at all.
So let me see. Let me check if you can hear the sound.
White House Chief Strategist
Yes.
Bannon pleading.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So when you want, I can make this little presentation.
Go
It
ahead,
was
we're
a
watching,
lot.
and then we'll take some calls after.
Okay.
People are asking why there's so many NASA shirts in the world, and it's easy because NASA doesn't care if you put their logo on a shirt and sell them and make money. So therefore, that's why you see NASA shirts everywhere, because Target wants to sell shirts. They can't put Spider-Man on there without, giving money to Spider-Man, but they can put NASA on there and get full retail and full profit.
And literally every Walmart has a NASA shirt. Literally every single Walmart has multiple NASA shirts. Walmart's the biggest distributor. So when you have the most popular store with the most amount of shops selling the most amount of shirts, that's why you see it every single place.
They have like NASA light jackets now with like
they made it hip
on them.
Yeah.
Right, because you can make money that way. Same thing with why so many children's sheets are dinosaurs or planets, because there's no copyright on dinosaurs or planets. So you can just put dinosaurs and planets on everything and make money.
And Costco has their Halloween costumes out. It's dinosaurs, astronauts. It's unbelievable.
Because it's all the same. They're just like vampires and witches, all fake.
Thank you, Little Wing. Little Wing preferred my version of the NASA shirt, yes, but that got shut down. You can only do NASA shirts as long as you don't make little comments about NASA, like going nowhere since 1958. That is not allowed. They will copyright you on that. But as long as you just have the regular NASA logo, boom, you can sell all the shirts you want. Teespring.com/NASA shirts. That's probably not an address. Don't try it. I made a shirt that read "Super Spreader." It might get misconstrued. Yeah, slow-mo moon buggy. Be a good shirt. I like it. So go ahead, Iru. What are we watching here? You're going to talk about the election, and people, when you call in, we're going to give you the link here shortly. And please come in with some sort of a prediction for what's going to happen November 3rd. You'll get all the glory if it actually happens. But so far, I've not even heard one that's. I hate to be the guy that says Biden will win, but I just think, like I talked about on Monday, I think it was Monday Raw, whatever. I think that they can send the country one of two ways, either towards civil war or towards like more control. And it looks like at this point, they're very happy going towards more control. And to be more control, they can just make Biden win.
Yeah, but I believe they're going to go after more control using the tactic of the civil war. They're going to use first the civil war, and that is going to bring.
Well, that's how they get the martial law. That's how they get there.
Then Trump will win.
But here for me there is a little, maybe a third position of what could happen in terms of after the election day, because maybe we are imagining that the election day is going to be the in the few days after you're going to have the result.
Maybe
But if you take a listen of the guy who is in charge of the presidential agenda from the beginning of the Donald Trump and even in our days, which is Steve Bannon, he make a statement, and everything that came from this particular guy, I take very serious, because he is a heavy insider in terms of he worked from Goldman Sachs. He was instructed by Jesuit. He is one of the minds behind the Donald Trump campaign. So he's a very involved guy, and he's also working with Donald Trump again. And in this particular, it's just a 1 minute, but I want to share the opinion of maybe what's going on after the election day. So
let's hear.
And this is from this year's circus, this episode we're about to show you?
Yes, 2 October.
I haven't been watching this season. That's why I watched last
okay.
election. I haven't been watching this one, so I'm interested.
Okay, this is from 2 of October, so it's a few days ago.
What people want is they want all the votes to be counted.
Nobody on the left is claiming that Joe Biden's going to win big on game day.
Right, because the left understands that Democrats take the pandemic more seriously and will prefer to vote from home.
The vote that counts is when you go into a booth and close it.
Why?
And because it has no ability to be handled by anybody else.
Steve, we have a system in this country, including the system by which your candidate won in 2016.
Every vote that's certified should count. But they're going to try to overturn this election.
Now, take this part. They are putting the narrative that or either one side or the other, they are going to take the elections by fraud. That is the first thing that for me is a little red flag. They are accusing each other, so they are preparing the terrain. That is my like of view this.
Certified. Right. It's going to be crazy lawsuits on naked ballots, on every different aspect of it. Those counting rooms are going to be knife fights. With this scale of votes, we'll go into January, and that's when the
going to January.
That is the third position, because a lot of people maybe they are not going to physically to vote, so they are making the vote via mail. So then you need a lot of time to count those envelopes with the votes inside. And of course, if you add the little flavor of conspiracy that we all have in terms of they are using that, they are planning all of that. The COVID thing, they are using that in so many different ways. And maybe this was, they're going to become the first time that United States entered in this type of agenda in terms of the election process. So the guy who create Cambridge Analytica, the guy who works from Goldman Sachs, from Jesuit, the guy who planning all the campaign of Donald Trump in the 2016. The guy who invented the crooked Hillary, the guy who takes the email scandal and use as a tool for win the election. The guy who give lectures in Oxford talking about that it's not the Jesuit, it's not the Vatican, it's not the... So the guy who infiltrate the 4chan, the guy who create QAnon is saying this now. And for me, that at least you need to take into consideration.
Go into January, and that's when the firestorm starts.
That you think will end up being, it's still January, we don't have a president.
Yes.
And the fight then moves to Washington.
Yes.
How do you think it ends up?
Right before noon on the 20th, in a vote in the House, Trump will win the presidency.
Wow.
Alex made that prediction, but I think
that's exactly the prediction I made. Exactly the prediction I made.
I take it back because that makes a lot of sense if you're trying to move people. I mean, imagine the uproar that will be for 2
And
months.
how the voting works in the House is you only get one per state. It's not. So they think it would be 26 to 24 is what they think. This is just with scuttlebutt. I don't necessarily.
Puerto Rico gets left out. They don't get it.
Yeah, however it works, it's not through every rep, but it's you get one state. So that's what I'm saying. Some reps are liberal, some are Democratic, but they say it'll probably be a vote. So 3-2 or 4-1, depending on how many people based on the population.
And
so that's the thing. The House will decide.
Dave still believes that Trump may be the last one. Thank you, Matthew Orlando, for the.
I don't know what I believe, dude.
Globe-wide industrial complex. Well, yes.
I couldn't imagine how the debate would have happened, and it happened. So I'm out.
And there is no more debates, right? They've canceled all those.
Oh, did they?
Well, they're having separate shows. They're competing now. I don't know if that's tonight or.
I think I heard it's tonight. You mean doing like town halls or something where they?
Town halls. So Trump's is on either NBC and Biden's is on ABC, and Biden's is is an hour and a half, and Trump's is only an hour. And Trump's was scheduled after, so they're mad because now it's going to be a ratings war. So that's going to be the pre-polling to see who watches.
Did you guys see the ODD video about Kamala Harris and Planned Parenthood and Biden?
Yeah.
I didn't see it yet. I need to watch it.
Well, people, I mean, known that for a while. The whole California.
There's nothing I don't know about Planned Parenthood, I feel like, though. So
you know enough, right?
I know enough to make some really wild assumptions that I believe to be true. I know that.
Yeah. Somebody said they canceled the second debate, but the third is still on. Oh, thank you, RT. I didn't know that. We'll have to see. All right, what are you showing us here, Iru?
Wow.
I'm going to show 2 more clips if you want to.
Yes.
One if the guy.
2 more, and then we're going to take some calls.
Okay. Steve Bannon in 2018 in the Oxford University giving a lecture for open people. It's like an open lecture, and one part of the interview, he started talking about. A few things about the anti-Semitic thing of Donald Trump has with the Muslim, not anti-Semitic, but anti-Muslim people and all the things around that.
Yeah.
But the guy at the end of that paragraph, he's going to say this.
Look, the Party of Davos, the economic, managerial, scientific, engineering, cultural elite, right? The World Economic Forum and its spawns, the mindset. It's not the Jesuits.
And for me, if he's a really true guy and he's really there to open the eyes of the people, he must be saying, it's the Jesuit, it's the Freemasonry, it's the Zion. And he's going to try to deceive in this sense.
It's not the Freemasons. It's not the Illuminati. It's not the Vatican. It's not the protocols of the elders of Zion. It's in your faith.
Yeah, the protocols of elders of Zion. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Wow. I didn't know he would say that.
The thing is that it's in your face and it's made for all the people that he mentioned. And he tried.
Literally all the people he mentioned are the guilty ones. Where did you find this clip and when was this? What the heck?
This is in Oxford University 2 years ago. But the thing is that the guy is trying to put this idea of that is the system. like something generic, something that came from the stars, and that is a Simpson plume, and nobody is responsible to drive the system, to create, to maintain the system. But who is the top guys to maintain the system? All the people that he mentioned. So why I'm trying this, because this guy it's also participate in Brazil with this important guy from Brazil, and they create this book, The USA and the New World Order. I didn't read it because I didn't read it, but with that type of title in the cover, and again, Steve Bannon, again, behind all these type of ideas. So this guy right now is in charge again of the campaign, of the new campaign of Donald Trump. Because remember that Steve Bannon was fired in 2018, at the beginning of 2018, and Donald Trump said that, well, yes, I don't not talk anymore with Steve, blah, blah, blah. Then he was put in jail only one day, a few months ago, and of course he was, getting put free, and now he's back into the campaign of Donald Trump. Of course, he gives an interview in the Fox News, because Fox News is the 666 channel, and he is on board of Donald Trump agenda, blah blah blah. But just I'm going to play a little minute of this clip.
Welcome back. Former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon pleading not guilty in an alleged scheme to defraud donors in a $25 million fundraiser to build President Trump's border wall. Bannon was accused back in August of taking more than $1 million from the nonprofit to pay his personal expenses. 3 other men were also charged. Joining me right now is Steve Bannon. Steve, it is great to see you this morning. These charges happened since the last time I spoke with you. What is your response?
Complete total nonsense. My C4 had a $1 million contract to provide services. This is the administrative state trying to stop me from working.
But why I'm stopped here? Because look at the background graphics. He feels like the world must become a war zone all the time. He came, and even in the electional, sorry for my word, the invented word, but even at the election days of 2016, he called the war room. Everything is a war for this guy. And he is one of the believers of the Ordo ab Chaos. In fact, I am not going to play this clip because it's 6 minutes, and I'm going
Trump on his re-election, and it's an abject failure. The law,
and I'm gonna make like a show talking about this. But remember that this is the last clip that I play. It's only 2 minutes and a half. This was from the guy who creates the Cambridge Analytica technical part, operative part, and he was a whistleblower. And like 2 years ago, because remember that all these things are connected with the Russian collusion thing and all that kind of stuff. He talks about that the idea of Steve Bannon was to destroy society in United States and bring it back again, something like the Phoenix
rising. The Phoenix rising out of the ashes.
Yeah, exactly. But you need to destroy the society to build up again. You cannot transform society. You need first to
do you not think that maybe he thinks the New World Order is inevitable? So maybe he's just trying to geoengineer his New World Order because he already sees it. Because it's almost inevitable that we're going to have a one world government.
We are in the New World Order since 70s, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So he knows it's too late. So maybe he's just trying to go along to get along. You know what I mean?
I don't.
I mean, now Christopher Wiley, a former research director for Cambridge Analytica, who blew the whistle on the firm. You describe what you built as it's called a psychological warfare weapon.
Steve believes in something called the Breitbart Doctrine, which is that in order to change politics, you first have to change culture because politics is downstream from culture. And in order to fight a culture war, you need an arsenal of information weapons. And who better to go to than a company like SCL, which is a military contractor based in the UK, to help set up those information weapons. And we went from no data to harvesting all of this data off of Facebook and then combining it with all this the consumer data set, converter data sets
at the behest of Steve Bannon.
Yeah, because he wanted to. The company got funded in the spring of 2014, and he wanted to be able to have a functioning program in time for the midterms. So, we had sort of a Steve Bannon and a billionaire breathing down our necks, trying to go, where's the data, where's the algorithms, where's our information weapons. I know that Alexander Nix was going and meeting with Corey Lewandowski in the spring of 2015, before Trump had even announced that he was running. When they were still working for Ted Cruz. I don't know why they had that meeting, but you'd have to ask Cambridge Analytica. We were testing all kinds of messages and all kinds of imagery that included images of walls, people scaling walls. We tested Drain the Swamp. Testing ideas of the deep state and the the NSA watching you, and the government is conspiring against you. And a lot of these narratives, which at the time would have seemed crazy for a mainstream candidate to run on, those were the things that we were finding, that there were pockets of Americans who this really appealed to, and Steve Bannon knew that because we were doing the research on it. And I was surprised when I saw, the Trump campaign, and it, started, talking about, building walls or draining the swamp. And I'm remembering in my head, wait, we tested this. I know that we were testing these narratives, well before Trump had even announced. I have it confirmed from, Cambridge Analytica's lawyers in writing that they had a meeting in early 2015, in the spring of 2015, before they announced. And the bizarre thing about it is that they were already working for Ted Cruz. So how in the span of 2 months did they actually build something different? I share a lot of responsibility for setting up this company that is grossly unethical, that has operated not just in America but around the world in ways that I think are morally egregious. I played a significant
Morally egregious, I like that.
In setting up that company, and I feel like it is my duty to tell people what this company does.
So the thing is, and with this I finish. The thing is that the guy who they are using the same tactics but with different topics. Right now is that is for me Joe Biden, Donald Trump. They are both come from Jesuit school, Jesuit contacts. United States was driven by the Vatican from the Kennedy's assassination, and early, of course, to the Washington District of Columbia. All that thing. United States is a Vatican city. Is the way that I look or see United States. So now we have, for the first time in history, maybe we have all these tools put together to, maybe give the final touch to this new order. But this third position maybe could be the ones that happen. Having a way to January to have a president, and in the meantime create this complete chaos and the civil war, and then came the control part.
Problem, reaction, solution. You know what I mean? They already have the solution.
At big scale. Big scale. I believe David was freeze. No, you're alive, man.
I'm here.
He's here.
Okay.
He's live.
Okay.
And again, he has his tuning fork for whatever reason.
I'm tuning my knee.
Yeah, I think this upcoming civil war, though, Ebro, they're going to have martial law on the streets so fast that, I don't believe that we'll be able to actually stabilize a war. And the thing is, a new world order is on the horizon. We're already there, Ebro. We're already in it. We're screwed. The technocracy, you can't even send a private message talking about the vice president's son on Twitter without it getting deleted. We can't. They're censoring our private messages.
Yeah, because they know what's good for you. I thought you knew that. They know it's true. They have to get rid of fake news, which is whatever they deem is fake. Just like, the whole idea of any pedophiles being in government is completely ludicrous and should be stricken from all social media.
Even though Dennis Hastert, the Speaker of the House, is, a convicted molester.
We don't talk about that.
And we have a lot of people here that in the Spanish community analyzing that the government of Donald Trump, one of the biggest industry that benefit was the Silicon Valley industry. And now
with
we
Donald
are-
Trump, you think that the tech company helped them out
The
more
tech company.
because he gives off the appearance the appearance that he wants to sue him, for not being censored. So you think
They-
that's fake?
They cut taxes for big companies. The same tactic that they use here in Argentina. It's like it's a president for the work class, middle class, work class, in the front, but in the back is from the big companies.
The rich get richer.
Yes, because when you cut taxes and you're trying to say to the poor people, you're going to pay $10 less than the last year. In fact, if that you apply to the big companies, they are not going to pay $10 less. They're going to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars less.
Yeah.
And just with that tiny simple example, because I am not.
It makes a huge difference. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Yes.
But
Yeah,
everything, he benefits the big pharma. Even the last thing was a scandal. I mean, the Regeneron, the drug that came from a friend of him of the Scotland.
Yeah, Regeneron. Yeah, they say he has some sort of Regenerex, whatever it's called. Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah,
He
but
has some sort of stock.
The owner is a guy is a Zionist, because you can read it. Even
No way, Zionist, no way.
Zionist. He's one of the friends. He made friends with Donald Trump in the golf club. Of course, the golf club was it's the best place to make connections in terms of the Freemasonry and blah blah blah. And he was Donald Trump. It was like a guy to sell from the television to.
Well,
sell.
that's a good point. Iru, I got to say this. I got to say this out. Is you don't realize how many country clubs that are so exclusive, and they have exclusive clubs within country clubs, guys. So it's like
you take. Hey man, take a look to the golf club of Donald Trump in Scotland. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. You got to. You can't just join. You know what I mean? There's heavy vetting. Yeah.
People, I put the link on the screen. If anybody wants to join the show, tell us where we're going wrong. Tell us what they see. Give us a prediction. I like predictions. tinyurl.com/live 101520. Yeah, join the show. Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you, Iru.
No,
We'd love to have people join the show.
Go with helicopter. You need to go with helicopter to the golf club in Scotland of Donald Trump. So, but
you had to take a helicopter to get there. Oh, because they didn't let him build a road there, right? Is that what it is?
And the people said that Donald Trump is a regular guy.
Wait, shut up, Iru. Shut your mouth. So all members of the club. Well, how do the employees get there? What do you mean to get to the golf? I guess just
because
to get to the golf course part.
Is with the ticket. The hotel is a castle.
Yeah, I know that.
Man, you can put Scotland golf of Donald Trump and you're gonna see it. I mean,
I've heard about it. I'm gonna look it up. I can't believe you got to take a helicopter there. That just seems so ridiculous. I mean, that must be for the golf thing.
You can do big hunt.
Yeah.
So it's like a paradise for super rich people, and if you make the things right, maybe they then Donald Trump promote like the Regeneron.
All right, we have somebody join us. Trevor, welcome to the show. We can see you. Where are you at? It's nighttime there. The Earth can't be flat. No way.
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you're kind of quiet, but yeah.
Okay.
You're whispering.
I just don't have headphones, so I'd have to go inside and.
No, that's cool.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Cool. Hey, I'm first time I've ever really called in. Been following you guys for a while. I'm living in Denmark. Jaren, congratulations. We also had a home birth 7 months ago.
Congrats.
And it was awesome. And we would definitely do it again. And for what it's worth, she was crawling by 6 months. And
nice.
In her mom group, none of the other kids even now are really crawling. And she's the second youngest one. So, but there's not really any issues here. They did pass a law through the pandemic here, where kind of behind the scenes language kind of gives them the power to force vaccinate and stuff under these like pandemic laws that they passed. It's a little concerning.
That is definitely concerning.
Yeah.
Just say no.
Yeah, and it sucks. I've loved Crow's podcasts lately, but I never really know if it's really the same here. And I'm not fluent in Danish, so trying to read through laws is just a nightmare.
It's tough. You have to take baby steps as far as that goes. Start eliminating different things. I think you can get there, and his podcast is helping a bunch with that. Because otherwise, it's just overwhelming.
Yeah,
Do you guys eat a lot of pancakes in Denmark? Isn't that like a thing in Denmark? Aren't pancakes a big deal?
They have these thin pancakes that
Like
they
crepes?
but it's not. Yeah, kind of like.
Hiru and I had them in Amsterdam.
Yeah, it's
They're
like
like
that.
It's smoking a pancake, they say. That's
totally
from my
different.
Austin Powers.
Totally different than here. Like they're pancakes with sausage and cheese on them. So you won't find that in the United States.
Or they'll put like jelly or something on
Yeah,
it.
it's weird.
It's okay, but yeah, don't.
It's okay. Well, what do you so you cook all your own food? I guess you're not going to the McDonald's in Denmark.
Not. I mean, I can't say I never ever
Yeah,
do.
that's
but
true.
It's not often. We just bought a house a year and a half ago out of the city, out in kind of a little more rural area, and we're growing a lot of our own food. We just bought half a cow and an extra freezer, just in case.
Where are you
there's
from,
any-
Trevor?
I'm from Minnesota.
Do you miss it compared to Denmark at all?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I miss family, and home. It's tough, but it's just to be honest, having a kid here and right now, and the leave that you get, is just a lot better here.
Yeah, that's
So,
cool.
It is what it is right now. I do miss home, but got a good thing going here.
What made you move?
I did a study abroad in Denmark and met my
So
my fiance, I
love,
guess.
Trevor.
Yeah, and then I had to go back, and we did long distance for 3.5 years, and then I finally got enough experience to find a job, someone willing to like sponsor my like visa for working here. So
And what do you do?
I'm an electrical engineer, and now I'm doing more software.
And you got a
stuff.
visa, so you're a Danish citizen, is what you're
No,
saying.
I'm not a Danish citizen, so I can't start like my own business or anything here right now, which is kind of a bummer because
Do you get free healthcare?
yeah, but it's so bad. Like the last two times I went in because I needed my ear cleaned out because every once in a while it just gets a little clogged and I can't hear, and it was a little inflamed, and she's just like, okay, we cleaned it out and go get this prescription. And I'm like, she just like handed me a prescription for antibiotics. And I went and got it because I wasn't sure at first if it was antibiotics. She didn't really say much.
I'm always worried
And
about
it was
that.
super cheap, so it didn't really matter too much.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it was antibiotics, and I didn't need it. I didn't take it. It's
No.
like, and then my fiance, she went just the other day for her hands, and they just said, "Oh, you have eczema or hand eczema, and it's just a skin type. There's nothing you can do." And then they gave her a prescription to essentially just keep taking this hormone
Some
cream
bull crap.
medication, and she didn't even ask her about breastfeeding. And we're not doing that. Like, it's ridiculous.
Well, do you have the ability to go to a private healthcare there? I'm sure you do.
Yeah, but then it costs money. And it's not
Yeah, a
cheap.
shit ton.
Right.
Yeah.
But in every country, it's the same thing. In Argentina, we have free medical care, but of course, very bad. If you have another, which is like a middle term between private and the give you by the state, which in fact is the one that I use, and that is not so bad. It's
Yeah,
not
that
so
sounds kind of good. It's a mid. That sounds like a good little thing.
It's
like
covers-
subsidized.
Yeah, it's
Well, it's like Medi-Cal here, right? I mean, Medi-Cal in the United States is like, or at least in California, is like the best insurance you could have, and it's just for poor people.
Yeah, but we pay only $50, and for example,
anything.
$50, and for example, they take care about my 2 surgeries of my knee, and if I go for my own and pay because I didn't use any kind of service, $1,000 of dollars, even in Argentina.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of like it is here. Right? People who have Medi-Cal don't pay anything and get everything taken care of, and you don't even get a bill. if you have Medi-Cal. And then if you have private insurance, of course, they contest everything. You've got to pay deductibles. We got a lot of people lined up here. Trevor, do you have anything? By the way, if you would have wrote your name as Justin Timberlake, I would have probably believed you.
Yeah, it's insane.
JTT is cool, dude.
I do have maybe an interesting thing. I used to work for a company that makes those total stations, like the lasers, and they can see really far or track really far. And so I know a little bit about that. So basically, no matter where you are, you have to get these special files to load into the software of the total station. And that's what will give you an accurate picture.
Right.
So there's no way to tell if they've, made all these calculations and formed it into a ball.
All in the math.
Then they have to flatten it out. So they use these lock files, is what they were called when I worked with them. And you get them. I asked one time, where do you get these? And like, oh, you get them from and it's basically the federal arm that's the federal arm of the country that deals with the land. So it's all in
GPS. With GPS not being open source, can you imagine? Like, no, you can't have the code for GPS. I wonder why that would be. It's just a code that tells me where I'm at. That's hilarious.
Yeah, and I work for a robotics company right now, and there's actually 2 engineers I know of that have told me that, like, one guy is known for 20 years that the Earth is flat. And another guy, he won't say the Earth is flat. And even I'm like, yeah, it's a little cringy at this point, but it's the best thing. It's not a shape. It's just what the surface is.
And again, it looks silly because you have articles like we just read that say the planet is not flat. It's like, yeah, nobody believes the planet is flat.
Yeah, it's
just
unfortunate we have to fight through these misconceptions. I've made some progress with some people close to me. Especially as more of this bull crap goes on, the more they like, okay, maybe Trevor's not so ridiculous. He was talking about this, and now it's kind of.
Well, how'd that guy wake up 20 years ago, Trevor? How the hell did he figure out he did? That's before YouTube.
His dad, when he was like in high school, he came home one day talking about the planets and the stuff, and his dad just looked at him really seriously and said, "That's not true," or "Don't listen to that. That's not true." And maybe he said it was flat. I don't know. And then in college, he said he took a class and he just went out and took, I don't know if it was binoculars or something, but he went and made sightings that based on the math didn't work out, and it's just ever that since then. And he doesn't talk about it ever. The only reason I worked with him at my previous job, and I'm working with him again at this job, and he's we've just known each other for a while, and I just finally told him, like, dude, I think there's flat. He's like, oh yeah, I know it is. What? You've known this the whole time? You know these other guys are razzing on me because they, people kind of know now, here and there. So, but yeah, I'll let you guys go. I also think the magnetic declination, the time zone stuff, that's definitely the key to like try to understand the accurate position of everything relative to everything. It's wrapped up in that, and I've thought that
absolutely is. I just don't know the math good enough. If there's places in Antarctica where the declination says that you need to change what you're seeing by 180 degrees.
Yeah, and that makes
perfect you're down sense. There, you're standing looking at something that's telling you you're looking north, and you're actually looking south.
I know, and it's just like that stuff. There's too much there to just dismiss it. It's just. I can't.
We need like a decimal Z, a Dr. Zach, somebody who's really good at math to dig deeper into that. It ain't me. It's not David Weiss.
If I didn't have responsibilities in life, I'd be all over.
No, definitely not me.
All right. Thanks, Trevor. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Keep up
Later.
the good work.
Let's go to Flat Matt, Can't Cross Antarctica. What's up, my friend?
Hey, how are you guys?
Doing well.
Hey, Flat Matt.
Hey, yep. Nice to be on. Thanks for having me on again. Appreciate it.
Anytime. What can we do for you today?
What do you think about finding the edge of the Earth, Jaron?
Let's go.
All right. So, I mean, I'm not going to go on about it, but what I was thinking, I really wanted to say this one thing to you about that before I don't mean to go on about it, but okay. So if we think long term, all right. So like long term, and I remember last time I was talking to you about it, and after I got off, you were talking about how difficult it was to raise the money, right? Even to raise a small amount of money, very difficult. And in order to go and actually find the edge of the Earth, it would take obviously a lot more money. If that's even, if a lot of money would even do it, right? But what I would say is, like, I mean, I can't do this. It's only one of the top, people with a lot of subscribers that can actually pull this off. But all you would have to do is something very simple, which is to set up a GoFundMe or whatever, one thing, and say, if we reach some astronomical amount of money, $1 million, $10 million, whatever it is, this is long term, and just put it out there and say, this is going to go on until, if we actually manage to get it. That way you could actually build to something, and who knows, maybe somebody.
But what would be the plan, Matt, when you get the $10 million?
To rent a bunch of planes and take all the money and rent one plane, one nice plane, or a fleet of planes, and just fly south, or take a fleet of boats if you really want to go that route, whatever. If you have
what if the MH370, the Malaysian flight, was flying south and that's why they shot it down? I mean, do you think you could just fly around Antarctica, the most guarded, one of the most guarded places on Earth?
So what I think would happen is that it's garnering attention primarily. So like what you would do is, I mean, if you take $10 million and you go down with a fleet of boats or a fleet of planes, whatever it is, and you head south, that many people, that many flat Earth influencers with all the followers and everything, right? So you got a lot of eyes on it, like a real amount of eyes on it. And potentially that goes mainstream. We're like, oh my God, this huge group of flat Earthers managed to raise a crazy amount of money to go south. So you go south until basically you get turned around.
You go like from the tip of Brazil, and that's where you start the expedition, I guess.
I see why not.
If you found even if we rented a plane to fly south, right, they're going to use the GPS coordinates, which is going to cause them to curve back around and just come back like other planes do. In order for us to fly south without GPS, you'd need to convince a pilot to just fly south with no airport to land at when they run out of fuel. And who's going to get on that plane?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to hit in the firmament. No way. I'm not even getting near it.
I would love to do that, but it just sounds to me like they've set this up so that anybody flying in a plane puts in their coordinates into the system, and the plane flies itself basically to wherever it's going, right? So if you tried to say we're going to go south, well, it's south is circle, or you're going to start going south and it's going to circle you back around to wherever. If you fly from South America, that's
what you need is a boat. You need a boat down there, and then you're gonna have to get a balloon off the boat. You need to go as far down on the boat. I mean, I feel like that's the only way. Is either a drone or a balloon off a boat or a rocket off a boat. That's the only way.
I like that just the same. I mean, as far as a plane, you could just use a compass, but you'd have to have the amount of gas in that plane in order to get you.
Compasses don't work in land. Compasses don't work in Antarctica.
Especially like what I just said, the declination, they would be going off the declination.
I mean, as long as you can point in a straight line, right? You start south and make sure you keep going straight. And if you don't,
how do you do that?
The problem is too, it's like the orange peel theory. When you peel the orange, there's a lot of gaps. So we don't even know where they're transversing. There's probably so much ocean out there south. I mean, I know you're just going south, but you don't really know which direction you're going because there's so much such an expansive space. I think it would be really
as long as you can maintain
dangerous.
a heading. I feel like there has to be a way just to maintain a heading. I mean, you start south.
Wait a minute. Compasses don't work. You can't use the GPS. How do you know you're maintaining your heading? You could be turning slightly. You could have wind currents. You don't know where you are, and then you're lost, and then you're going to crash. You're going to run out of fuel, and then that'll go mainstream. A bunch of crazy flat earthers went down to Antarctica.
No.
And they all died,
and they're all dead.
Yeah, they would kill us, and just
Go ahead, Iru.
No, I say if you do that, nobody going to be aware that you crash either, because you disappear from the world.
No, they'll make it aware. They'll make it on front page news.
And then it'll cost taxpayers all this money for the search effort.
Here's the problem. I mean, if you think about a 20-mile circular track, like a NASCAR track, but let's say it's 20 miles long, right? You would never know that you're turning. I mean, there'd be that road would seem to you to be completely straight. If it was a 20-mile circle, not NASCAR's oblong like an egg, but I'm talking about, think of a 20-mile circular track. Your car would always feel like it's driving perfectly straight. Your wheel would always be up and down completely straight. So that's just 20 miles.
There's two things to that. Like, dude, number one, if you had $10 million and there was nobody stopping you, are you telling me that you couldn't go find the edge?
No, Matt, I used to be the same as you. I used to think the same thing as you, but I just think it's way harder because the government is blocking it. I mean, you've got to be military. You need
Matt,
a military.
have you watched Taboo Conspiracy? Sorry, Antarctica is closed. Yeah.
No, I'm very familiar with the whole Antarctica topic, and that's why I think that there's either A, you make sure you have a way to find the edge, however you want to get there, dude. You want to get a plane, however much money you think it'll cost, put that as the amount of money you're going to raise. And I know it wouldn't happen quick, if at all, and everything. Okay, but we're trying to talk long term and realistic here. You know,
when they went down south, though, I mean, they took ships and boats with planes on top of them. If you're talking about, back in the 40s or 50s, Operation High Jump, things like that.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to get the boat down to the ice shore, right? So we get to the ice shore, then you have to climb up on that, and then you have to just hike, or
it's a mile tall of ice in some places.
Well, even if it's not a mile, but it's a thousand.
You know what I mean? I know it's not a, but you know what I mean. That's what they say it is. How are you going to climb?
Still to
That's
take a
not
boat,
hard, dude.
You think on a boat? How do you climb the ice? I feel like that is hard. How do you dock?
There's plenty of ways to get up that ice sheet. There's plenty of ways to do that. People have done it. You know what I mean? Plenty of people have done it.
People have done it, but man, it's just
yeah.
a
I
lot.
think that taking a boat and just, if you got down to the ice wall and started sailing along it, that would be your best bet. The problem with that is how do you know your distance that you've traveled?
There's no way. I mean, you're talking about going circumference. Let's go find the edge of the earth. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole point. Let's go find the edge of the earth. We know it exists.
What if the edge of the earth is a mountain range higher than Mount Everest? You have to go over Mount Everest. How are you going to do that?
So why don't you answer your own questions? Because there is ways, right? So like, you tell me, like, let's go down there on a boat and launch.
Well, you can't take a helicopter over Mount Everest,
right? And what if there is a dome connecting over Mount Everest? I'm not getting in that plane that's going to try to fly over Mount Everest with no GPS, no compass, probably in the dark. Super coldest temperatures on
That
Earth.
is why you are not invited.
Dude, Matt,
You are
don't
not-
choose
put it this
loud.
way.
What the
It's
fuck?
simple as that, baby. It's not your money. It's
Alex,
not your
you're not
project.
invited either. Don't
You
choose loud.
include yourself.
No.
You don't include
Listen,
yourself in the plane.
I believe if CNN, if they came on, Anderson Cooper said the Earth is flat, it would still be so expensive to find the edge. Only a military could do it. Even if we knew, even if the public knew it.
The only problem with saying that is I feel like, are we falling into the trap that they want us to fall into? That's the only.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Yeah.
That's the only thing, right? Because they've told us all these things. None of us have been down there. So for all we know, it's a walk in the park and you go through green pastures and lakes.
And
I
then
don't know.
what? And then you come out the other side?
Who knows? I don't know.
Well, that's what we're saying. The Earth is flat, so we're saying it's impossible to cross Antarctica in a straight line, start from Brazil, and end up on the other side of.
So what we're saying though is, how do you know you're walking in a straight line? Let's say we got down there. Let's say we've got $1 billion. Boom, we did it. GoFundMe, $1 billion. You and I are going down there. We get to the ice shelf. How do we know we're walking south?
Stars. That would be my guess. Would be stars. Like, I mean, there's got to be a way to know you're going in a straight line. I would say
Yeah,
star
but
navigation.
celestial navigation is different because they're on because the path of the celestial navigation, they're south of it.
Stars
instead of
move.
north of
You
it.
wouldn't know what time it is
Yeah.
because your time is. What time are you going to be using?
I mean, the sun is still going to be up, twice a day or whatever it happens to end up being, right? So you're
Will
still
it?
going to be able to know what time of day is. You can look at the Southern Cross, so you can head south, and also you can use like a laser to point in a straight line.
I think we need to. I think an airship is the best method.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, it's my belief. That's why they got rid of them.
Yeah. But again, finding a pilot who you could just convince to, we're going south and we're just going to go and fly, see what happens. That's what would be tough.
Put $1 million in his pocket, and I bet it won't be so tough.
Hunter Biden would do it. Yeah, if you had $1 million, Hunter Biden.
My
would
fear,
do
and
it.
again, I hate to be the naysayer, but if I put up a GoFundMe for $1 million, I think it would just get laughed at when it made 8,000.
In 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years, and you keep that thing up and you keep it growing and growing and growing, you're telling me that not with the group of all of us, it's going to reach a significant amount of money. And not only that, if one person ends up a rich bastard in the flat earth community or becomes a flat earther and he's rich, done. He sees that GoFundMe.
Well,
He's
that's what we need. That's what we need.
Yeah,
Somebody
you need Mark Cuban or
Let me ask
Elon.
you a question. If the elite are hiding the true shape of the earth, the global eye is how they stay in power, which it is how they stay in power. And flat earthers raised enough money to build a dirigible ship that can transverse Antarctica. Do you think they're just going to let them sail? Don't you think like some catastrophic accident would happen? I mean, I wouldn't get on that ship.
His answer to that would be, but yeah, then we brought attention to it. I mean, that's what he's going to say, right? So, we lose a few people. That's why I think Dave should be on the ship. But we lose a few people in the process. And
listen, I love the idea. I just don't think it's doable.
Yeah.
I mean, we know it's there. We know it's there. There's a place on this planet that we can just go to. You know what I mean? And let's go. You know what I mean? Like, what do we? There's so much naysaying, man. All we have to do is just go. And like, I know it sounds simple, but like, where there's a will, there's a way, man. If we know it's there.
Yeah, but think, my whole problem is that the amount of miles might be okay. So, for instance, like, let's say to get to where the mountains. What if it's 3,000 miles? 3,000 miles is the distance across the United States. So, if we showed up in California, off the coast of California, we come off the Pacific Ocean, we land in California. Imagine if the entire United States was just snow, and our attempt was we're going to go walking across the United States, and hopefully we get to New York. I mean, how many people would we lose on that trip?
You mean like how many people would die, or like?
Yes. Or would give up and quit. I mean, it's hard enough to walk.
I mean, what you have to do is you come up with a real plan, which the plan would be in that case. You get the dirigible, you say, we're going to go across Antarctica to the point, and plus a little bit to the point where we know we have gone across how far they say that it is. So you make sure for a fact, and if you don't hit water there and you keep going, and it's still ice and it's still ice, you make sure you have enough gas and you have the way to get all that distance and turn around and come all the way back. And then you're like, and it's proven at that point.
Yeah, and see somebody saying live stream worldwide, even Globies would tune in. Yeah, but you can't live stream from Antarctica.
You can. You can videotape the hell out of it.
Sure, but yeah, you can't live stream. I'm saying that they're not going to allow you to do that, or there's no way to do that down there. Why? There's no cell towers.
You can live stream all the way to Antarctica and hell people. You know how many people would watch that. You know how many people would watch that.
To live stream to Antarctica?
I mean, like all, as far as you can, you live stream, then you try to upload videos wherever you can. And obviously everyone knows you're gone. All the flat earthers who went are blacked out on YouTube for however long it takes.
You'd be able to live stream for maybe 50 to 100 miles off the coast.
I mean, and everybody who's ever heard of flat earth, and I bet you a whole bunch more people are going to hear about it.
And that's if the military give you the signal.
And that's the most likely scenario, being realistic here. Like,
that's a realistic scenario that they're going to
turn around, dude, which is a good thing. It's like, yep, look how much money we raised. Look, we went down and we tried our best to go, and they literally turned us around. So you know how many people are out there saying that, they think they're going to get turned around for the military. Oh, what garbage is that? If we go out and do it, and we're like, see, they turned us around. That's credibility, man. We're actually trying,
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat. I mean, again, are we falling for the trap? But people saying it takes so much resources to do something into the vast unknown. You kind of need a military-like force, like with Byrd supposedly had. And I agree. But I do think, yeah, with $1 billion, is it possible? Yes. The problem is that I think, again, I don't know how much flat earthers would donate to that. All right, I'm going to let you go because we have other people waiting. But
for sure.
Appreciate it as always, and I will think about it, and we all will think about it.
All you have to do is set up a GoFundMe. Just set up a GoFundMe and walk away.
Man, keep with the project. Keep with the project because nobody knows. Maybe you became the first guy to arrange an excavation down there. So keep doing it.
All right, thanks so much, Dave. What do you think? You going? You gonna get on the ship? You gonna get on the boat?
Nobody wants.
You know what? An airship, if that could happen, and there was some media attention. The problem is, let's say the airship would prove the flat Earth. We would discover the dome. The controllers will not allow us to do it. And now that's falling into their system. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. But there's no way, Jaron. You're in charge of the deception of the world. You're the most evil scumbag on Earth. And all of a sudden, Dave Weiss has got an airship, and he's going to blow up your generations and generations of ruling this earth.
How much money has gone into building the GPS system, and then making sure that every plane adheres to the GPS system, and every boat adheres to the GPS system. You're not going to let somebody just spoil that because they did a GoFundMe and a bunch of people threw in $10.
Well, Jaron, I got something important to say. The first message I ever sent you, and you probably don't remember it because it's the only one you didn't respond to. I go, Jaron, we could prove the Earth is flat. All we need is $1 billion. And I'm just saying that's what this guy just did. So we got to give him a little bit of a break. I was there too.
No, he's great. He always calls in and he always has the same.
But
go ahead.
If you want to be realistic, I mean, the military is not going to allow to go anywhere. It's like you trying right now. if you have $1 million, I can go into an airport without my passport.
He's saying that we do it and we get turned around, and then you know what'll happen? We'll do it, we get turned around, best case scenario, and the media will ignore it. Right, that's crazy flat earthers trying to find the edge of the earth, ha 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 ha, and they got lost in the Indian Ocean.
We didn't follow protocol.
Yeah.
Right. We didn't follow the rules. I mean, just like Antarctica's closed. There's a lot of rules and regulations and EPA and environmental studies you have to do and papers and a bunch of papers you have to submit. So again, that's why I do see the benefit of going down there and getting turned around, but that's already happened, hasn't it? Haven't we had 3 people do that? Basically take boats down south and they get turned around, told to come back.
Eric Dubé always talks about in the video. I don't know who's referencing, but he always references somebody that did that.
Yeah. There you go. Somebody says you need to talk to somebody like Richard Branson. Yeah, but unfortunately he makes a lot of money off of the space deception. Let's go to Mr. Crumb. Oh, he was there and now he's gone. Oh, nice gig.
Hey.
Looks like where David usually is staying.
Yeah, I know. I'm taking care of Dave's
Thank you.
cabin for you. Yeah, how's it going?
Oh, long time no talk.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's been a while.
I'm
at the conference.
Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I met most of you guys there. I saw Iru and Dave. I didn't meet Alex yet.
No, I was
Lucky
only there on Thursday. Yeah, thank God. No, are you going to Flytoberfest, Mr. Crumb?
I don't know if I can deal with that plane.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Wow, I love it. That's awesome.
So I have a prediction and a mask remedy for you guys.
Let's hear them both.
The prediction is both sides. I think Trump will actually win because anybody that voted for Trump in the last election is definitely voting for him again. And the left has 2 giant movements.
Hold on, except for sexist people.
That's right. Right.
Maybe there's a lot of guys who just never vote for a girl ever. I hate women altogether, and they voted for Trump. And maybe this time they're like, all right, now I got to vote for this.
You know, I know you're right too. There's a huge campaign on Twitter of I was a Trump voter last time and I'm switching to Biden. There's a whole switching to Biden campaign. So when you know when they're doing that, it's like when those Hollywood movie stars when they have a really crappy movie that's coming out, they have to go on as many talk shows to plug it. So that's when you know it's not working. So when they're trying to plug as many people are switching over to Trump, then probably not a lot of people are switching over. But I just think there's gonna be an overwhelming number on the left with fake ballots. It's gonna overwhelm the real votes.
Have you guys heard of the walk away movement that's going on?
I've heard that one.
Yeah, Brian Stratko or whatever. He's like a gay guy that left the liberal movement. Yeah, I know about him
and
little
Brexit
bit.
too. There's or Blacksit for the
Candace Owens. Yes.
Yeah. So there's big movements of people that are just, I used to be on the left like 5 years ago, and I had to walk away too, and so I think a lot of people. So what I think is going to happen is no one's going to agree with the numbers, and it's just going to be a shit show. And then the Speaker of the House becomes president if nobody figures it out. If there's
Steve Bannon became a president.
I hope so. So I have a really good mask remedy that has been working for the last few weeks. What I do, I've tried everything. I've even tried this thing that David recommended, and I got shunned away immediately, and that didn't work.
What state are you in again?
I'm in California. I'm in LA County, right next to Orange County, like Long Beach.
No, wait, why didn't that work? Because it was too thin?
Well, I wore it, and I didn't have it down at first, and they said, you got to have a mask, and so I
put it on down. Put it on down real quick. I want to see what it looks like down.
You got to put 3 layers on it. That's the problem. You can't hear me.
Oh yeah, I can see them. They don't like that. Yeah.
And so I said, hey, what constitutes a mask? And they just weren't having it at all. And so I just said, okay. I had to get my hair cut, so I tried this one out. This is the Mardi Gras one that you can breathe fine with, and it looks like it covers it. But if you do it this way, but I said, nah, I don't want to deal with any of that. So what I've been doing when I go grocery shopping is I put my Bluetooth headphones on blasting. So there's music blasting on my ears. I put on these dark glasses, and nobody can really get my attention. And it's the only way no one's going to give you any shit is if like I can
You
hear them
unplug from the Matrix, dude. You
I'm
put on
out,
your
yeah.
Neo glasses.
I put these on, and there's a camera in these. I got these on Amazon for $35, so I record it in case anything happens.
Dude, I'm buying some right now. I'm buying some glasses with a camera in it right now.
A lot of them are cheap. I can put a link to the one that I got because these ones are really good.
Got a little mini SD card in it, or it's just got a jack?
Yeah, you put a little mini SD in here. It records 1080. It's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
How much time records?
How much time does it record for? Well, I
it
guess
does 10 minutes every. Well, it records for 10 minutes for about an hour. I think it is.
Brian Stavely's in the chat going off. He says, if you're confident, stand up for yourself. It works much better than all these gimmicks. And again, we talked about it earlier, Brian. Yes. He says, go in, say you're exempt. If you're
It's not about that. It's not about that. It's just the negative vibration. I have the balls to do it. It's just, do I want to go? It's like, do I want to peel a bunch of onions to make mashed potatoes, or do I want to go to KFC and buy it for $2 and they taste delicious? You know what I mean? I just want the ease. I don't want to have to go on this plane and get my ass kicked to fly there. I don't want to travel and it's stuck dick the whole time.
But it's fun when you have the music blasting and, you know, you could see people trying to kind of look at you and say something and you just don't look at them, don't hear them. And they have to come into your 6 feet, like to get your attention. And one guy came up to me. I think he was saying, do you have a mask? But I didn't hear it. And all I said to him was, no autographs today. I just made something. I said, no, I'm not taking autographs. And he just looked at me confused. I'm just not playing the whole, oh, I have a medical excuse. I'm just ignoring all of that. And, you know, it's like you can't tell a cow to make more milk because they don't understand it. They can't. That's the way I look at it. You can yell at them all you want, but there's only so much you can get out of them. And so that's kind of my logic on that. So it's pretty fun. I've actually found a way to enjoy it. I'm looking forward to shopping again, just for that reason. I haven't tried Trader Joe's though, and I have been going to places with the self-checkout, so it's not an issue when I get to the checkout counter. But yeah, so far it's worked pretty good.
Do your glasses have a microphone?
Yeah.
Do they record audio? I'm looking at them right now. How much did you spend on yours? I can't decide if I should get sunglasses or regular clear glasses.
Yeah, the sunglasses will cover your eyes, so in case you make eye contact and you're kind of, you know.
But then I'm wearing sunglasses in a store. Like if I want to secretly film somebody, it would make more sense for me to be wearing glasses, because you know what I mean. Glasses you can wear all the time. If I'm wearing sunglasses in a store, they're gonna think I'm a crackhead.
Alex, we have ones that can hook onto any glasses and they're Bluetooth. They have a camera that clips to the side of your glasses, Bluetooth right to your phone.
Shut up.
You might want to do that instead.
Is it discreet? I kind of want it to be discreet.
They're pretty discreet. Depends on the wire.
Some of them look pretty obvious though. Like these ones are my favorite.
One he's got don't look too obvious.
Dude, because I can really punk some people. If I didn't have a camera on, I could get some really. I could, dude, with those glasses, I could really pull some pranks on somebody and like get them going.
And you'll get natural reactions as opposed to like holding your phone up. That's why
exactly. It changes the whole thing. It changes the whole vibe.
Totally.
Yeah. Wow.
It's just like when I did my petition, I had to hide the camera because
exactly
it wouldn't work. If people saw that I was filming them, they wouldn't even have come up to me.
Well, like even at the park, I go to the park every day. Like I'm gonna get sunglasses and regular glasses. I can just talk to people and get weird things. I can just know. Yes, it'll be great.
Yes. How much were those that you bought? 100?
These ones were $35.
What?
Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to put.
I'm looking at some now. Some 40, some sunglasses. I'll probably get both. I mean,
the ones I got were called Skyway Video Camera Smart Glasses.
They're all the same Chinese technology.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're pretty cheap.
Skyway.
Skyway. Yeah.
Skyway.
I had some before that broke immediately, so these ones have been better.
Skyway.
Yeah.
James Richard, thank you for the super chat. Says, I find it very insane that people will beg another person to be their master and rule over them. Yeah, that's the ridiculous. That's why, I mean, is anybody here voting? No.
I am 100%.
Oh, you are voting?
Yes, I'm going to go vote for Donald Trump. I don't give a fuck. RV's like, don't vote. Yeah, I'm going to go vote. I'm going to participate. I voted every year since I was 18 years old. I'm not going to stop my streak. I'm too OCD.
I've never voted. I'm not going to.
Oh, you never voted? I voted every year of my life. I'm OCD. I turned 18 in 2000 whenever
The last time I voted was probably for like 8th grade class president.
2004.
Even that was a sham, I think.
Well, it just worked out that October I was able to vote in November when I turned 18, so it was like a big deal, you know. I was like, oh, I just turned 18, I get to fucking vote. I didn't know my ass from my elbow, so I voted every year. So yeah, I'm gonna keep the streak alive, dude. And yeah, I'm participating. Whatever. They're selected, not elected. I get all that jazz. But I'm gonna go to the booth. I'm gonna put my sticker on. I'm gonna take my selfie. I'm gonna, post it, and then I'm gonna fucking document it. Shit.
Well, you go in with your megaphone. Telling
no,
people,
but I don't know. Listen what I try to do. I called my dentist and asked him if he will clean my teeth because now they're having early voting, so I can get a doctor's note the same day. I was like, just give me a note the same day saying I don't have to wear a mask because I just had a dental procedure, and he wouldn't do it. And I told him I'm probably not going to go back to him. Yeah, cause he's like, why do you need that? I go, because I don't want to wear a mask for the voting thing. And he's like, I just don't think I can do it. And his name's Dr. Kachepka. And I was like, Dr. Kachepka, that is just pathetic, dude. And then I canceled my appointment. I had already had the schedule. I already had it scheduled for today. I was supposed to go today. And I called him yesterday. I was like, hey, I always come in. It's not a big deal. I just want the note so I can go vote. I was going to go vote right after the dental procedure. Can you give me a note for that day? He's like, how long? I was like, just for that day, 24 hours, whatever. He's like, I just don't think I can do that. And I was like, no. So.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Crumb?
Oh, I just want to say congrats on the new baby, man.
Thank you so much. Very excited. He's doing well. Starting to look around, making some eye contact a little bit more than at the beginning. I still think it's weird that you learn all these things. Like babies don't blink. Isn't that the weirdest thing in the world? You just yeah, they don't blink. They blink like once a minute, but it's very weird because if you just watch them, they just keep their eyes open, looking around. They don't blink. They also
the FOMO.
What?
FOMO.
What's that?
Fear of missing out. They don't want to blink and miss anything. There's so much new stuff. They have FOMO.
Well, shoot, I just posted $34 ones, and then they showed me an ad for $400, 256 gig, 4K camera, eyeglasses, secret. It's funny. As soon as you buy the shitty ones, then they give me an ad for like the top of the line. But we'll see how it goes. I got a month to return it. I'll wear the hell out of it. I'm probably going to return them anyway. I'm going to use the hell out of them for the next 2 weeks, break them, and return them. I'm just going to go out there grinding. They'll probably break for real. You know what I mean?
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks for the call.
All right, guys. Take care.
See ya.
All right. I think I'm going to drop the YouTube feed because we've gone on for over 2 hours now. But we got more callers. Let's go to Dave. What time's your next thing coming up?
It's coming up in 30 minutes, but I got to eat something. So let's take one more call, then I got to roll.
All right. How about we got 2 more? Let's go with Tone Blair. Not Tony Blair. Tone.
I like this band.
Tone Loke.
What up? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the van working. So just real quick, love you guys. You guys are the shit. I don't really have anything to say as far as the prediction other than we're fucked.
Right.
I'll back you on that. I'll second that motion.
There's a winner. We have the first
it's funny. I'm actually in Long Beach too. So it's funny. Mr. Crumb was also in Long Beach.
He's awesome.
So, but yeah, the fire's been shitty out here. It's cleared now. You know what I mean? But
finally clear here too. We're able to take some walks finally.
Yeah. You're up north, right?
Yeah, we're up in the valley, so about 4 hours north of you.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to call in. I'm always driving and I need my GPS. So I was like posted up in a Lowe's parking lot right now. And I'm kind of with Alex too. It's like, I'm self-employed and, I got to go in people's homes. I'll put a fucking mask on. I don't care. Let me get in, get out, get my money and do my thing,
Mm-hmm.
I'm against it. My wife, she's not a flat earther. And then, and my kids are kind of already indoctrinated. They're like 9, 8 years old. And I try to tell them about it. My son's kind of intrigued, but he's still like, I think you're kind of crazy, bro. You know what I mean? But, you guys keep it up. Dave, you're fucking hella funny, bro. You're the man's man. And I've been out to a couple flat earth things here and there. Met Nathan Thompson or whatever his name is, and then Mark Sargent. It's been cool. I wanted
Tony.
to go out
Tony, how old were you when you realized the Earth was flat? I bet you were old.
Man. Yeah, no, I'm 41 now, and probably 4 or 5 years ago.
I was 31 years old when I really for sure was like, I mean, I knew before that, you know, in my late 20s, but before I just admitted to myself, I was like 31 years old before I could.
Right. Well, we always say that. Now, honestly, like I talked to some people about this shit, but I can't believe how stupid we fucking been our whole lives, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, I can't believe how dumb. Like, it's just so stupid. The whole idea of it's so stupid with the heliocentric model. It's like absurd. You know what I mean? It's like we've been bamboozled, but that's how it goes, man. So, you know, that dude that was talking about Antarctica, that's a good idea. And you guys were shooting them down and this and that, which it's fine. But it's going to be a hard thing. And it's like, who the fuck's going to do that? I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? I got a family. I don't want to go fucking risk everything and then end up missing. You know what I mean? So.
Well, there's some crazy ass people that would do it. Remember, what was Mad Mike? It was the guy that killed himself in that rocket.
Yeah, that
he was
guy.
a fake flat earther, flat earth disinformation. I'm just saying,
Right.
there's crazy, insane people out there. We can find mercenaries to go. It's just you're going to be met with a wall of military, a boats of military.
But you know, if you had $1 billion and said fuck it, like if you're on your way out, like who cares, man? You know what I mean? I think
Mark Cuban could maybe, you know, put together a small military or something.
I think the
Not the owner of, like,
the air
Chick-fil-A or
blimps
Hobby
are the way
That's
to
what
go.
I'm saying.
For sure.
One of those guys.
They're Christians, right?
You know, I
Get the-
just seen the Space Busters thing when they were talking about that, and I think that's probably the best way to do it.
Is
you
what?
know,
What did Spacebusters say to do?
the air blimps, the blimps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you could figure that out, that's probably the best way. Because everywhere else, it's like, yeah, and like how you were saying, Jaron, like how the hell are you gonna walk across America and it's like all fucking snow? It's like, yeah, right, bro. You know what I mean?
Well, you'd have to imagine if it's a dome so that the height is going to be lower towards the edge. So wouldn't it be get a boat as close to the edge as possible and then put drones? You
Yeah,
need drones.
maybe it's all speculation though. Like, I mean,
Look at David. I love it. I love it. This is so fun. It's mental masturbation is what we're doing right now, guys. We are mentally masturbating these ideas.
There's a dome, but who knows what the fuck it really is? You know what I mean? That shit could go far and far and far.
Here's the other thing: is it's like walking across the United States, but then needing to come back.
Right.
You're gonna get to
man,
the
it's
Well, that's how you know the moon's bullshit. There's no way they had enough shit to come back. All this shit it took them to get there, and it literally took them nothing to get back. That's how you know it's
gravity,
it's
man.
all
Gravity
bullshit,
is how they
bro.
came back.
Yeah, it's all.
All you need to do is
bullshit.
put yourself in orbit, and you just fall back to the Earth. It's quite easy.
They need a 200-foot tall rocket to get there, and a 6-foot tall rocket to get.
Then you throw out the air brakes, and you're good.
Right. All right, guys, I got to go to work. I'll catch
See
you.
ya.
Take it easy. By the way, I want to announce real quick because I almost forgot. There's a meetup this Saturday, Austin, Texas. I don't know if you're going, Alex.
Yep.
Saturday,
Yeah, I am.
He is
I'm
going.
thinking about it. It's 3 hours. I was thinking about. I haven't even talked about Nate. I was thinking about calling Nate. I just saw it yesterday. I was like, I should probably have my show to plug it.
So it's at 3 p.m. You need to email Nathan Thompson for details because he's verifying all the guests. So it's flatearthflyers@gmail.com.
Nathan just sent you that. What does that mean? He's verifying the guests. He doesn't want any agent provocateurs. He doesn't want
I'm
any.
not sure, but you need to email him, I guess, to know where it is. Do you know where it's at?
I don't, but I'm gonna reach out to Nathan because I gotta kind of go, but it's a pain in the ass. I'm gonna drive 6 hours. I'm not gonna get a hotel in Austin for the night. I'm not gonna pay $125. It's not even about the money. I don't even want to spend the night in Austin. I don't even want to be away from the cats that long. I'm gonna have to drive down there, so I'm gonna drive 6 hours. Luckily, I have a Hyundai. I drive like this, and I gotta do.
Alex, a question for you. Somebody says, if a person believes the Earth is flat, that is you, right? And that world governments are lying to everybody, that's you, right? What makes them think their vote is counted? Answer.
It's not about the vote. It's about the mental memory for me. It's just I want to memorialize it in my mind. Yeah, it's like going to a football game. It's like the difference between going to a football game live or watching it on TV.
Yeah,
I want to go to the. You guys can laugh. You guys can laugh. But this is the difference. This is the difference. Is I want to go and participate. I want to see the theater live in action. I want to press the button on the screen. You can stay at home and watch it on TV. I'm just gonna go participate and go to the game. That's the only difference. So what? You can hate on me, but I'm gonna go click the button. You're not. You can hate. Sounds like you're hating because y'all want to go click the button, maybe.
No, if you go to the game, though, you can actually see Dak Prescott bust his ankle. So that's exciting. But voting for that,
it is exciting. You get the sticker, you click the button, you get some drama. It is exciting.
I don't know how exciting.
Exactly. You should go vote. You have a cortisol release. It's a mental memory. You know what? It's funny how everybody just doesn't want to have a little fun. Everybody wants to shit on poo-poo on my parade.
Take another call, Jaron. Take another call.
Your friendly flight attendant is with us. What's up? I'm gonna take.
This is of course he wants to drive me from Charlotte. I mean, he's willing to give me a ride from Charlotte to Greenville, so I kind of have to go to Flattober.
Man, I don't know. You're gonna vote. You may have lost your ride.
Because I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna vote for you. I'm gonna write your name in. No.
Write me in. Come on.
I'm writing jeranism raw in there.
See what happens. Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
Jaron, congratulations on the baby, man.
Thank you. Very
Yeah,
kind.
and Dave, do you still have your GoFundMe up for your daughter?
No, we took it down. Thank you for that. Just support me by spreading the app. I appreciate that. Spread the app. Gift it to your family and friends, and you'll be good to go.
All right, I'll do that. All right, man.
And by the way, everybody that donated while it was up for that short time, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It helped me get over a hump, and just spread the app. If everybody gifted the app that has the app, I would be able to pay all my bills.
Joe asked, does anyone know if jeranism gave his baby vaccines? The answer is hell no. Of course not. Crazy talk. No. All right, you're a little bit scratchy.
So, hey, real quick before you go, how long is the drive from Charlotte to Greenville? It is scratchy. Do you have us like on playing on the audio up or something?
It sounds like a teacher from Snoopy.
Sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher.
Yes.
Well, let me try putting it in my headphones. Okay, so
Yellow. Bueller.
Oh, we lost our last call too. Whoever was there, if you want to jump back on, or else it's going to be the end of it.
Yeah, when obviously I got a bad connection, so I'll just have to
before you
catch y'all
go,
another time.
wait, before you, oh shit, yeah, bye. Sorry, I just want to know how far Charlotte and Greenville is.
An hour.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right, y'all. I'll catch you next time.
I'll message you later.
David, I don't use cell phones. Can you gift the app without having it? That'd be pretty tough to do.
You can just go into the Apple App Store and hit the share button and then hit gift and send it.
Who doesn't use a cell phone? Identify yourself. How did they comment? So they're watching on a computer saying they don't use a cell phone. I don't believe
He's too busy making 8-hour videos on permaculture.
And he doesn't have a cellular device. What happens in an emergency?
So Dave, where are you going next? It's not live. We can't follow you.
No, it's not live. It's a podcast called Getting It Tight.
I like that. Is it a fitness style place? Is it?
No, I you know what? I really don't know. I line these things up. I even do some pre-interviews, and every time at the end of the pre-interviews, they go, "Oh man, I wish I recorded that." So now I don't even do pre-interviews anymore.
Yeah.
Because it just turns into a great conversation, especially
That's all
if they
the
hate
gravy.
fire.
That's all the good stuff. I bet you're saying in the pre-interview.
I'm getting better at it, but I'll share all of them on the Flat Earth Podcast Facebook page. If there's any good ones, I might even put it on the app.
I'm gonna, by the way, dumping the YouTube stream. Thank you everybody on YouTube. It's been fun, and maybe we'll stay for a few minutes on D Live. But thank you very kindly for being here and all that fun stuff. It's been fun. We'll see you tomorrow. The lounge is back, 12 noon Pacific, D Live.
Well, let me say one thing real quick. You know, I'm debating on Saturday, modern day debate, coronavirus hoax against what's his name, Team Skeptic, and he debated Nathan.
With Team Skeptic.
Team Septic.
Everybody's saying that. What's so bad about it?
Hey, I got one for you.
I'm a beast. I'm a lion. I'm a wolf. He should be nervous about